with the pen, I'm learning life. My thirst is divine, words inspire with perfect time. Nurtured right, them man there be learning life, rehearsing life. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. We're live. We're back for another live stream. Big up everybody that is locked in. As always, smash the like and subscribe button on the stream. Another stream we didn't expect to be doing this week. Obviously, we had the whole Tuchel sacking and everything. Nobody expected that. And nobody expected football to be cancelled for what looks to be a week. But we're here. Everyone, obviously, drop your rest in pieces in the comments, because obviously it's because the Queen has passed away. And I do want people to be respectful about the whole situation as well. We can discuss whether football should or should not have been cancelled. And I do believe that that is a respectful debate that we can have. But let's also try and remember that someone has died in the midst of all of this. I don't want anyone to take the piss too much, because I know exactly what these streams are like. I know what the comments can be like. But let's try and be respectful. Let's try and be respectful. Obviously, as we kind of was hinting at last night, because we were hearing some of the quotes coming out from BBC and everything, the Queen was in a bad situation. We found out around 6:30 p.m. that she passed away. And the government gave football leagues the decision in their own hands. And they said games can go ahead this weekend, but the decision was left in the hands of the governing bodies. And there was a meeting earlier today, and a statement that came out that said, at a meeting this morning, Premier League clubs paid tribute to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II to honour her extraordinary life and contribution to the nation. And as a mark of respect, this weekend's Premier League match round will be postponed, including Monday evening's game. Further updates regarding Premier League fixtures during the period of mourning will be provided in due course. Now, I'm kind of surprised, only because I think from what I've heard, cricket's still going to be going ahead, F1's still going ahead. And I know that there's been funeral plans that have been made for the Queen's passing for years now. And one of those was a 10-day mourning period where I think there was meant to be no work, no sports, no anything. And I think TV shows are meant to be cancelled and all sorts. But to me, the only surprise is that the majority of those things aren't happening. People are still going to work. There's doctors and dentists and schools and all that are still open. And the Premier League, they made the decision themselves to cancel it, which I think was a bit surprising, because football's usually seen as a way for people to take their minds off everything that's happening in the world. It's also shown as an opportunity to show respect and celebrate life. We see it happen all the time, where there's black armbands, there's minute silence, there's ceremonies before the game. We've seen it happen with the likes of Hillsborough, any fan or season ticket holder passing, even whole squads dying, like the Chapecoense tragedy in 2016. Football's always been used as a way to bring people together and to celebrate life as well as mourn death. So I was a bit surprised that they came to the decision of postponing games, especially with how messed up the Premier League schedule is. The fact that these games are probably all going to be moved to the new year, because there's no way we can do it with the first round of fixtures leading up to World Cup, because the fixture list is just way too packed for it. So I am surprised. I am very surprised. But the decision's been made. I guess they wanted to be respectful to what the Queen's funeral plans were, because a lot of things haven't really gone to that plan. But we're here. We're here. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section. Again, please just try and be respectful, because somebody did die. So I don't want to go too deep into one side of it. I want to talk about it from a respectful point of view. What else are you guys saying? Big up all 266 of you guys locked in, though. Smash the like and subscribe button. I don't know how long we're going to be on here for, because now there's just not really a lot to talk about. We're just not playing. So I'm just going to do a Q&A. You guys, let me know your thoughts on the whole situation. Let me know your thoughts on Chelsea as well. We'll just roll through a few questions. I'll send the link out in a few minutes as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on football getting cancelled, especially if you're not an English fan. because I feel like it's a lot harder to understand from you guys' perspective if you guys are watching from America or Australia, because it doesn't really hit you guys the same, which is again a surprise for me that Premier League football did get postponed, because the Premier League is now a worldwide product, and I think there's a lot of investment all across the world, not just from England. So I am very surprised they came to this decision. I do think next week's games are going to be cancelled as well. But with the Champions League games still in the middle, and they're definitely not going to be postponed. I think UEFA, they wouldn't postpone a game if it would solve world hunger. Like, you remember when Dortmund had that terrorist attack all those years ago, and UEFA made them play the day afterwards, and they weren't up to scratch at all. They got battered 3-1 by Monaco. Still didn't care. So UEFA will still play in spite of everything. So I'm just surprised that the Premier League isn't, because this would have been a very good opportunity to celebrate her life. And we will still be doing that when we go back to games anyway. Like, there is going to be a minute's silence. There will be black armbands. There will be all the sorts of memorial stuff that you'd expect to see. So I'm surprised. I am very surprised. But let me know you guys' thoughts. And also, yeah, hits the like button. The people can't be seen enjoying themselves. The monarch died. I understand it. Yeah, but in my opinion, my personal opinion is that life just goes on regardless. Deaths happen. I think you can celebrate people's lives, you can mourn people's deaths, but life will always go on in spite of who lives and who sadly passes. So I don't really agree with it. I don't really agree with it. But I guess I kind of understand it. I will say, though, from a Chelsea perspective, it is probably better that we don't play the West London derby right now. That was already going to be a toxic arse atmosphere. I think for the players as well, there would be a lot of them who would be getting booed throughout the game. And I think it gives them a worthy break from it. Also gives Potter a chance to spend a couple more days with his squad and get to know them and try and get them to understand his style of play a little bit more. It might be for the better of us. It might be. Josh, I understand what you're saying. Like, a lot of people die. I get it. But I mean, it is a royal death, which is why I kind of get their side as well. I'm on both sides. Yes, Lewis is sitting on the fence again, but we move. I see both sides. Sue me. Lewis, of course, is bad. The Queen is dead, and we respect that. But cancelling games doesn't make sense. All the players will still train. How is it different from playing a game? When you come down to it, I don't really get it. I would have got it if everything cancelled, if there was no work, if there was no cricket, if there was no F1, if there was nothing. If every sporting event in England was shutting down, I get it. But some are going ahead and some are not, which is why I'm a bit confused about it all. But it is what it is. I don't think anybody expected this. Beautiful Game says, what do you think of the brand new 4-4-3 formation? You're a joker. You are a joker. But so is Boehly for that one, because that's ridiculous. In USA, those games, would they? I don't know what it would have been like in the US, but I also expected that the Premier League would probably just try and use this as an opportunity to celebrate the Queen's life. Like, she's 96. I think she lived a great life. And a long one. I think it's definitely worth celebrating. I think that would have been a good occasion for it. Harry, I didn't even know how I was holding it, but fairs. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And I mean that in a respectful way too, because I know if I say anything that's even slightly out of pocket, all the Adars are going to be on my fucking neck again, and I can't be bothered for it. But this is the case. People live, people sadly pass away, and life continues to move on. They always do. And I think this is yet another example of it. But yeah, guys, continue to run the likes up, subscribe, drop any super chats if you want to guarantee your comment gets read out, and to help the channel, because, I don't know what I'm doing for 10 days now. Actually, Champions League games will still be going. UEFA won't cancel that shit, no chance. So we'll still be able to do content for that. I might bring back Agenda FC for a few days. I've been speaking to Flawless about that. Zach says who would be booed? Probably Ziyech, Pulisic, Jorginho. Yeah, any excuse to boo Jorginho with this fan base. Mendy potentially, Havertz potentially, Mount. No, not Mount. Who else? That would be it. That would be it, I think. Let me know if I'm missing anybody, but I don't think anyone else would be potentially getting booed. Hey, I see people talking about their thoughts on a monarchy and all that. I'm going to leave that for today's stream. I'm not going to talk about that. They've literally mourning a death. I can't talk about that. Yeah, Kai, I agree with you. Cricket's going to resume fine, so everything else should be resuming as well. But is what it is. It isn't a government decision as well, by the way. Like Timo Werner is saying, it's a Premier League decision. They've come to it. Oh, the comment section is a madness. But in all of it, Alex pops up saying, someone said Jennifer. Big up yourself, my guy. Big up. Yeah, Duoscope, I agree. Potter gets more time on the training field. That's a positive for us. The team needs a break. They 100% need a break. And it might mean they come back fresher. Hey, maybe Kante will be fit by then. You never even know. You never know. I think Ziyech should get the biggest boo. I've never seen a professional player play so bad, let alone a Chelsea player. Oh my God, I have seen way worse performances than Ziyech on Tuesday. I could wheel out a few fucking Bakayoko, Morata, Willian, some of their individual performances, Kepa, Havertz, Mount, Werner, Pulisic, probably a couple of Ziyech as well. That was way worse than Ziyech, honestly. Even though it was bad. It's up there. It is up there. Tom Miller says, will this hurt our chance at Declan Rice? Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. Mount had a worse game that game. Yeah, because he lasted the full 90. At least Ziyech was only on there for 30 minutes. Asad says, bro, I'm not trying to be rude, but is cancelling football going to make us feel better? In fact, it does the opposite. It's not really. If anything, people are just going to feel a bit pissed off now about it. But why is the football getting cancelled? I don't get why. Everyone can go to work for the week when it was meant to be a time of mourning, but they can't go to the football at the end of the weekend and try and relax and also celebrate the life of the Queen because it would be a memorial weekend. I don't get it. I don't get it. The more I talk about it as well, the less I get it either. You see what I don't mind it when he talks about Declan Rice? It's because he always drops a super chat. So I don't even care. Keep asking. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. Diego Costa at Wolves, though. Mad lad. I look forward to it. I miss seeing Costa try and start fights, but I also feel like VAR is going to absolutely tear this guy a new arsehole. Because if VAR was around in the Diego Costa era, he would have had so many more suspensions, so many more goals disallowed. He wouldn't have been able to last. Where's Tuchel super chat? Oh no, Sal, EastEnders not cancelled, by the way. It's on BBC Two tonight, so check that out. Tuchel says, I respect everyone's opinion, but I find it weird how some people get so attached to a manager. Is it a British thing? Us South Americans don't care. Us British people are passion merchants, and Tuchel showed a lot of passion, a lot of care for the club. And within the first, would you say year? Yeah, the first year, everything was going excellently. And I wanted to see a long-term project with him too. I do still think he was harshly sacked. It shouldn't have been 7 games in, and I will stand by that. But we can't act like we were playing good football the last 6 months because we weren't. I just thought it was a phase that when Tuchel got more of a squad, we would have seen better results out of. But it's done now. It's done. Will R9 come back? He might. He might. If Potter wants him back, he might, but I won't say too much on it. I know everyone just spam dislikes so they can say anything about Lukaku. So next Premier League game is Palace. I think it is, because Liverpool will be cancelled and then there'll be an international break. But yeah, I think the next one will be Palace. I don't get why we did a 5-year deal either, by the way. Because if it doesn't work, like you said, it's a big payout. But I think Potter must be the one that they're willing to back for a majority of that period. We thought Tuchel would be the one that gets given a good amount of years to build the team in his image. It looks like it'll be Graham Potter, which is why he got the 5-year deal. Makes sense. Yeah, guys, continue to run your questions in anyway, because I don't know how long I'm going to be going live for, and there's not really a lot to talk about. This whole news has absolutely killed my content, but I've been going consistent for the last few weeks now, so I was like, this is not going to stop me streaming. I can't lie, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, because I just don't know what I'm going to stream about. But we'll bring Shameless on Sunday. I think the Champions League game is on Tuesday, so I'll do a preview for that. And then maybe an Agenda FC on the Tuesday, review on the Wednesday, and then probably Agenda FC for the rest of the week. That's probably what we'll do. I'm going to try and get a stream done for Saturday, but just don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk about. Tier list on who's safe in Paul's system. Here's the thing. I can't overdo tier list too much, because then it's just going to get boring and no one's going to want to do it. I think the fact that we do it monthly is good enough. So we'll just keep it at that. In spite of the fact that there's fuck all to talk about. There's nearly 600 of you guys in here. Big up all of you lot. No. That's an Agenda FC episode. And I'm going to try get Johnny back in for it. Because now it actually would be me versus Johnny on Mount, because I'm not in the middle with him anymore. I'm thinking now Mount needs to just fix the fuck up. And ASAP. Yeah, teams are still training. Which again makes it confusing that games are cancelled, but we move. I don't get it. This Chelsea news will come out. Nothing's really come out since deadline day. It's only been transfer news. No, not transfer news. It's only been contract news. And that was only over one day. We heard stuff about Mount, Jorginho, and Kante in the same day, and that was it. Do you think Potter can handle the egos in the squad? Yeah, give me a sec, Josh. I'm going to send the link now. I don't know. That's all speculation. He's never been in that situation before. He's definitely capable of it. Like, I swear he took, like, degrees on some psychology thing or something like that. So I'd hope that would be where it comes in handy. But we'll see. Let me send the link out to everybody. And guys, run up the likes and just drop any questions you guys have. Because genuinely, this is just going to be a Q&A now. There's nothing else to talk about. So let me know you guys' thoughts on anything. We'll talk and yeah, we'll find something to discuss. Just let me throw the link out to everyone quick. Bear with me, guys. It's just a lot of people to send it to. Cool. Nearly done. Cool. That's everyone. Whoever hops in. And whoever doesn't. Mr. Paulito's way is saying, I'm in for Potter Just wanted to get your thoughts on Thomas Frank. He's done really well with limited resources at Brentford. Haven't really watched too much of Brentford this season. I expected them to have a massive drop-off compared to last year. But they continue to grow and get even stronger. I don't know what they're going to be like when Ivan Toney leaves, because he's likely going. But yeah, Thomas Frank looks like a very good up-and-coming manager. Really like his game. Big up Josh, declared. What are you guys telling me? Alex as well. What are you guys saying?
Disappointed.
God save the Queen.
Yep.
Well,
rest in peace.
Well, God
Rest
still
in
didn't
peace,
save
yeah,
the Queen.
that's
That's what we need.
I mean, I feel bad, and I understand why. Who am I to decide what is appropriate for England, what's not appropriate for England? It's England's choice. That's it. First of all, it says EPL. It's called English Premier League. As much as we liked it, it's going like it's a worldwide thing. Like, it's still English Premier League. You know what I'm saying?
But it is a worldwide sport at the moment.
I
will say it wasn't.
It doesn't matter if it's a worldwide sport.
No,
it's still English Premier League.
No, I'm saying the repercussions are worldwide.
The only thing that I will say is that it wasn't a government decision to cancel it. They left it in the governing bodies, and the Premier League decided to cancel it for the weekend.
I mean, I feel bad for that we cannot watch it, but hey.
I don't get
the thing is, I can
understand mourning, but I don't get the reason of.
Yeah,
I don't get the reason of having entertainment while mourning. Just every other sport in England apparently is going ahead. I mean, if they don't want to have entertainment, well, what about cancel TV, cancel everything? The movies, zero entertainment for people, so they can't. No enjoying yourself, right? Because of mourning. Life doesn't go on because of mourning, right? It's just and then every other game. I think was it Prince Philip that passed away not long ago, and it was celebrated at the games, just like every other major.
Yeah, he's not as important as she is.
I know he's not important, but I think it could have been celebrated in the same way.
But then
what I'm saying is, like, the next week is the problem.
Importance of people's lives.
The next week is the problem.
Yeah,
I don't understand why. No, I shouldn't. I would, if it was me, I wouldn't cancel this week, because next weekend is gonna be the funeral on Saturday. Am I right?
No, the Monday after next.
So waiting, so they're gonna postpone it on next Saturday.
It's not.
Potentially.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
I don't think.
Alex, have you seen Game of Thrones right now? She's in the sept with those rocks over her eyes. With the, she's.
Josh, don't do that. Don't do that, please.
And but I was gonna ask, couldn't they do?
I'm gonna sound like an asshole. I don't give a baker's fuck about this thing, man. I don't give a shit about the Queen, man.
I understand it.
Listen, this is just a succubus from the English taxpayers. All she is, man.
All I'm saying is,
she's a tourist attraction too, Josh. Brings in money.
Declare,
sales.
you mentioned TV. You mentioned TV earlier. Guess what will be on TV and won't be canceled? The royal funeral. I'm sure it'll be on every channel here in the States for 4 hours to watch this chick get carted down Derby Lane or wherever she fucking is, man.
I'll take that over Biden. Take that over Biden 6 January.
Yeah, trust me, the NFL will be playing on and on if Biden wasn't around, man.
I'm probably gonna get cancelled for saying this, but I just find it funny.
Don't say it then, because you're gonna get us close to getting cancelled.
Yes,
you're not that relevant to get cancelled. Just
exactly. What the fuck are you thinking?
Why?
Who are you?
Man, we had one of the biggest terrorist attacks in the world happen in our country. Had the president throughout the first pitch.
Duroscope, this statement could make you famous. Rip it up,
all I'm saying is 9/11 memorials in 2 days, guys. That's all I'm saying. So we can talk shit about what we want to, but it's in 2 days. So
all I'm gonna say
that's what I'm saying.
I am deeply saddened by the Queen, man.
I don't understand what you just said.
I mean, you sound like it, Kai.
No, I mean, it is a September 11 memorial.
Oh yeah, President Josh is American, not Irish. I don't know if you have Irish background.
Not Irish, no.
Just because he has a bit kind of red hair doesn't make him Irish. What kind of stereotyping do you have in your chat, Lewis?
What's wrong with you, man?
What's wrong with me? They're the like the stereotyping fucks, not me, man.
No, he asked a question.
I dislike everybody equally, man.
Yeah, he didn't accuse him.
I mean, like, the thing is, like, this is obviously. So, I mean, she's like 96. She's been there for like way longer. I guess most people.
You'll never live that long, do I? Just so you know, bro.
I mean, most people probably won't. But like, I think, like,
especially you, bro.
Okay, yes. I mean, what you smoke and drink? I don't. So you're more likely to die before
I
me.
don't smoke nor drink. What you see? Again, stereotype.
Anyway,
what's up with the stereotypes in this chat?
But anyway,
I know, man.
But it's like, what's it called? For her death, they have to do something. Like, you know, you can't just pass it off like it's some regular, like a minute of silence will cover it. Do I really give a fuck about
I think they would do more than that anyway.
They're still going to do that.
Wait, are they going to cancel next week's games as well? Yeah. Are they going to cancel the next week games as well?
I don't. I mean, the thing is,
I heard that too, guys.
I think next week's games will be cancelled too.
Here's my thing. I don't think they will cancel next week's games, but they should. Because if you cancelled 1 week, you're going to have to cancel the other. You can't just pick and choose.
Listen, with an international break coming up and a World Cup, when are we supposed to make these fucking games up?
Yeah. Like,
it's not.
January 18. I think it's like game every 2 days.
Hey, there's not going to be a preseason.
We already have all the fixtures coming up already.
Next season. It's just going to go from one season to the other.
When we come back from the World Cup. When we come back from the World Cup, we will be playing Liverpool and City twice.
That World Cup, it's going to be so crowded around that
gets
World
postponed.
Cup. Jesus Christ.
I mean, like, I mean, I'm not really like that for. I don't really know what's really going on with everything else. But I think for football being like England's biggest sport, there has to be some sort of message that gets pushed through, and a minute of silence isn't going to cover it. So it doesn't make sense that they postpone games.
2 weeks of silence.
No, but like, look, but no, but guys, look, you all of you guys don't live in England, so you don't know what it's like. There's something, and I don't even want to sound like one of those like, England through and through, because I'm really not. I'm the most anarchistic fuck you. I'm the most anarchistic fuck you, you and me. But just like there has to be some level of.
I can't believe it, but I'm actually agree with Dildo Excel because.
No, I agree.
There are plenty of Americans with selfies in front of Buckingham Palace.
I've got the same mindset. I am not a royalist at all. I'll be real. I couldn't care less. I understand this situation.
But couldn't you do one day on the funeral day to cancel everything?
No, I get. I'm just trying not to.
You would never understand. You guys worship kangaroos, man. You would never.
Do you know we're still under the monarch, Kai?
Yeah, Kai. Do you know that Australia is still under Queen?
Yeah, so it's
so does Canada.
The Queen comes here. Yeah.
Who's your queen? A koala, bro? Who's your queen in Australia, man? I don't even know.
The queen that passed away. That's who's the queen.
Doesn't have a queen. Now we have a king.
Hold on.
Now our head of state is the king in Jamaica.
Australia's under the UK still, man.
Jamaica's still under the UK too, as well. You know.
Hey,
that,
at least Kai, you learned something today. That's all right.
Hey, man.
They looked very sad in Argentina yesterday. I saw a lot of mourning going on down there.
You're a dick, Josh.
No, I'm sorry, man. I do not care at all, man.
I mean, in Argentina,
this is the equivalent. To me, this is the equivalent of like Angelina Jolie dying or something like that over here. It's like means nothing, man.
For me, it's an equivalent of a Biden speech, man. You know, just like one ear to another, man.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what I did as soon as the news came out? This is what I did.
No, we don't know because you're gonna get us cancelled. Let's go to football, man. Let's go to football, dude.
Don't want to get demonetized.
Damn, guys, that's your ringtone.
That is not my ringtone, bro. I would literally cut myself. That was my ringtone, man.
that was what I did. As soon as the news came out, that's what I did.
You listen to a song that played in the Russian clubs in the early 2000s.
No, the coffin dance music. The coffin dance music.
That kind of music I like.
Yeah.
How sad? The real question is how sad do you guys think?
You're a hateful person, Duarte.
See, this is what I don't get. Niggas in the chat are calling me like some patriotic dickhead, and then you're trying to tell me that like I don't give a fuck. Like, which one is it?
I thought you Jesus lovers are supposed to be loving to everybody, bro.
I'm not Christian. But anyway.
Fuck me, this stream went in the bin in like 2 minutes.
You know what? What's the real question is how upset is Meghan Markle over this right now? She must be really torn apart.
He's smoking a split.
She must be so torn apart.
You know who's upset with me?
I actually despise the bitch, man. I don't know why.
I wanted to watch.
So did the Queen.
I want to watch Harry Potter, man. What's his name, man? Graham Potter. Harry Potter, man. I'm sorry, man.
I wonder if it's because she's just not likable. What is it about Meghan Markle that the Queen would not like so much? What is it about her?
I've never seen such a narcissistic, pretentious little bitch in my life.
We moved.
I wonder what it was that the Queen just didn't like.
I would love to move to football while I still have a channel.
Go, man.
We would too, Lewis, but unfortunately, there's 12 days of mourning we have to go through. So.
With football, No,
Dude,
I'll be honest. I'm
it's
happy
so
to
stupid.
I agree
Josh is
with
on
you.
fire today, man.
You know what kills
Yeah,
me? You
bro,
know what kills
this
me?
guy, man.
No, I
It's
mean, look,
ridiculous.
somebody.
Hey Josh,
Queen- the
imagine
Queen-
imagine being in
Thank you,
England
Justin,
and
Jafar. Thank
worried
you.
about
The
cracking
Queen-
a smile
hold
because
on,
someone's going to
declare-
accuse you.
Wait.
The
Listen,
Queen.
yeah, I know, right? Like
the
you're gonna have to do the walk of shame if you don't cry
Yeah.
when like.
Lewis, can you
The
explain this?
Queen walked the beast in Josh, man.
Can you explain this to me though, Lewis?
No, but
Why
I'm
is
honest,
is a dead football like a dead sport?
Josh is gonna pull the
Why is
shotgun.
a dead
wait.
sport? Why is a dead sport like cricket still goes goes ahead, and football, which is like the only reason people even care about England, is getting cancelled, man.
The
Why?
even
I
bigger
don't get it,
question:
man.
how
Cricket is a national sport. And
Yes,
it's
No,
cancelled.
hold on a second. The bigger question is, how the hell you know the cricket is still going on? Are you have notifications
No,
the cricket games is
Because-
on
I'll
time?
be honest. The only reason I know is because
Yeah.
Declare just said it. Declare just said it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't know otherwise.
I don't-
But here's my thing.
that is
Here's
mad
my
The
to
thing.
me,
rugby
bro.
put out a statement
No,
on the other
it's
ways
completely
that I agree
it's
with.
crazy that the cricket is going on.
Yeah, there's only
Especially-
3 countries that play cricket, man. England, Australia, and India, man. That's it. And maybe Pakistan.
Especially
That's it.
well, and the reason why
Yeah,
we have
Pakistan,
South
cricket
Africa as well.
is no,
Pakistan.
the
South
reason
Africa.
why we have
West
cricket is
Indies.
because English colonized them and
Sure.
give them
Yeah.
the cricket.
You can't just divide the Indians into different parts, man. They just
So-
that's
so
it.
Yeah,
somebody-
there's like what a couple countries in that region that play cricket.
So somebody
Sri Lanka, all
somebody
of
said
them.
that somebody said that the Queen has more interceptions than Jorginho. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Man, you guys.
I'm not mad
I
at it.
wish you would live to 96,
She
man, and
intercepted
then you see
all of
how
those
you guys feel,
countries.
man.
Jorginho can't even intercept the
Yeah.
ball. Like I'm taking the Queen in CDM. But-
Well, does anyone come close to the Queen? That's a century of
She's actually gonna
interception.
get cancelled.
Nah, but
Oh,
all I'm
man,
saying
that's
is, yeah, them,
Duarte, come on. Bro,
they're
be
the
respectful,
monarchy.
man. Come on, guys.
Are
Come
you?
on.
You're telling me to be respectful?
Yeah, because like seriously, Lewis is feeling like
Josh
annoyed.
has been
Nah,
the one
we're gonna
picking the
move-
most piss.
I'm not,
Listen,
I'm not
I'll-
even
you can-
really
I'll take-
annoyed. I'm just thinking.
I'll take
bro.
all the stick. I despise celebrity culture, man,
Hey,
and that's
big up
all the
Monster in
Queen
the
is, man.
comment
Just
section.
celebrity
My
culture.
God.
Josh, and you're saying that to me. Literally, I hate cancel culture. They ruined Lord of the Rings, bro. So I'm not gonna talk about it. But let's move on to something else.
It hasn't even
I
come out
just-
yet.
Celebrity culture is just disgusting, and that's
Yeah, no,
to me, that's all the Queen. That's all the Queen is.
Right,
Well, no,
right.
yeah.
Let's go back into football. I think we've
Yeah,
gone
yeah,
off the Queen.
What's his
stuff,
name? Harry
please.
Potter, man.
Royal Blue
Kill the
says we
monarchy.
didn't mourn when Hugh Hefner died. Thank you for the super chat, my
I
friends.
did, man.
We really
He's the
appreciate
godfather,
And he's
it.
probably more
He's the
more
godfather
famous.
of selecting.
Right, has anyone in the comments got a football question? Please, please, I'm begging
So
you.
wait, are we still
Please.
training?
Please.
Like,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Of
I mean,
course, man. Everyone's still
I
doing
actually
it.
officially took a first movie, start watching Harry Potter first one.
Just because of
Just
you know
because
there's
of
no
I-
good
I-
in
Harry
bro.
Potter.
Monster
Hey,
was
I gotta
low-key
start watching it too,
out.
Alex.
Monster
I
was
don't
low-key
get none of these
out.
references.
I
and
watched
feel
it.
really
I
left
saw
out.
there's a ginger in it, and I stopped watching it after, man.
I've never watched Harry Potter in my life.
I've never watched
You
Harry
and
Potter.
Ginger
Today I
Sky.
started the first one. I
Wait, you
watched
never,
for 20 minutes.
Duar, you never watched
Never
Harry Potter, and
watched
you're
it.
still a virgin. How the fuck, bro? I thought you'd have an excuse. Man.
I'm a
Why?
virgin by-
He's
I'm a
supposed
vir-
to
I-
lose
I'm a
virginity
virgin
to
by
Harry
choice.
Potter?
I'm a virgin
And you're not
by
even
choice,
religious.
guy.
I don't get it, bro.
I am religious. I'm just not Christian.
Salami
you-
bacon.
I don't.
Wait,
yes,
you
I,
really
I don't. I
virgin
don't
by
eat. I
choice,
don't eat
bro.
bacon. I don't eat bacon. Anyway, what's
No, I
it
was
called?
meant to say.
You ain't
salami
into
bacon.
marriage?
But I said salami bacon.
No, but here's the thing. Like, what were you meant to talk about football? Unless we want to slander Tuchel more. That's the only thing I really have energy for.
Oh
That's
my
it.
Oh, I got energy to question what Boehly's doing.
Yo,
What the hell?
Dua, you're a Lampard in, man.
No. I just said I
could've
didn't.
waited
I just said I don't approve of
Big
mid-season
up Sam
sackings.
Tipek as well. Lord of the Rings over Harry Potter. I haven't watched either, so I can't say nothing.
Amen,
but
Sam.
big up
Amen.
yourself.
Oh, definitely Game of Thrones over everything.
Oh yeah, I've watched Game
Nah,
of Thrones.
nah.
That's lit.
No, I haven't watched that
Game of
either.
Thrones killed themselves, shot themselves in the foot.
Every time Game of Thrones get the character that you like, they kill him. Every
Except at the end. Except when they had to rely on their own resource. No one could die. They had the biggest battle
Only
and no
two
one
new
could die.
series that's out.
Except, I think there's only one person. I expect everyone to die and no one could die. They're just
Oh yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers. There's people in the comments.
Oh, sorry,
saying
no
that.
spoilers.
No,
Hey,
not me. I'm
if
calm,
you're not
I'm
gonna-
calm.
If
Yo,
no one's gonna
so
spoil
what
that,
about
you can't
Football
spoil Harry
League,
Potter
though?
for Alex.
I don't know. There's guys in the comments who still ain't finished it.
finish
Hey,
what?
don't bother. That's
Game
that's
of
an
Thrones.
advice. That's a
And
spoiler.
you,
Don't
if you
bother
late
watching
on
it.
Game of Thrones, 4
No,
years
not me. I've seen
I
it.
know.
I've seen it. Oh, go
I'm
on.
saying if anybody is late watching Game of Thrones and afraid of spoilers 4 years after the series is done, It's on you.
They don't care. They're not gonna watch it.
What about the new one?
I don't care. I'm gonna spoil it as much as I want. It took 4
No,
years.
I'm
How long
saying
is it?
like they don't care about spoilers.
No. If I said like, oh, watch out for the spoilers, like I care. You should have watched whenever we came on. By the way, what's the name? Something I was gonna ask. Any news about who's the director we're looking for?
Nah, nothing yet.
Paul Mitchell.
No names. I'd imagine if they're they said they wanted to appoint somebody before the World Cup. So I think the biggest name available in that would be Paul Mitchell. If they wanted to bring someone in right away, he's probably the most available to come in straight away. But I don't know if they'll rush. I mean, they said they wanted before the World Cup, so it's got to be in the next month or two.
And they said Potter will have some inclination on who we get as well.
Oh yeah, I heard he was the one that's gonna be deciding who gets extension now. So by the way, you hear it here. If Jorginho gets extension or resign the contract, it's gonna be again same as for Tuchel.
One thing I want to say though, one thing I want to say is
he's going.
Potter out.
No,
You'll be Potter out if Jorginho resigns.
Yep.
There's no chance Jorginho resigns. But
how can Potter decide with like really limited time?
That guy would have been here for like a month.
To me, it'd be the equivalent of re-signing Asby.
Yes.
Be the same fucking thing. Absolutely pointless.
The one thing I do want to say,
no logical or any kind of situation Jorginho should be resigning the contract. There's nothing.
Can I ask you guys a question? And answer me honestly. Do you guys think in the 5 years that he will be here, we'll win the Premier League? Honestly, no, like.
Yes, we can. Within 5 years, if we commit to a manager for 5 years, we can definitely win the Premier League.
I don't want we can. Yes or no? Don't tell me we can.
I think we could win. I think we could win the shit this year.
We will.
Can someone explain to me? Can someone explain to me this amateur hour from Todd Boehly?
When we won the league in 16-17, we were on the exact same amount of points we are right now.
Hold on.
Same wins and losses. Everything the same.
Times have changed.
What's changed? The only thing changed is that Liverpool got way worse. They suck.
Hold on.
There's only one team right now. There's one good team in the Premier League right now. That's Man City.
Hold on. No. That's a lie. There's
dropped points too.
Hold on. There's one great team. The rest are all good. They aren't bad. Times have changed. You're not going to go on 13 win streaks. We're not going to win the league anyway. But like we're committing to a manager for 5 years.
Jesus Christ.
We're not going to win the league anyway. I'm not going down this delusional train. But like anyway, like if we commit to manager for 5 years and I actually have an open port of communication, we can do good things. The issue is, and I don't know why we did this, why we gave him a 5-year contract. That was like, I mean,
bro,
I just.
But Duroscope, it's amateur hour, bro. We gave. Look, I'm gonna say this from before I start this rant. Yeah, that I understand that people are excited with Potter coming in. We haven't been playing well, and he's the most probably the most exciting manager that is a little bit unknown at that level. But at the moment,
he's the English Sarri, man. He's the English Sarri. He went to another country, studied the trade.
Yeah.
That's what he is, man.
So he's getting mad reps, and everyone's going to see improvement. I can understand his excitement there. What I don't get, and what sounds very amateurish to me, with if all the reports hold a bit of weight, is that, bro, we gave the most unqualified manager, right? Underqualified 5-year contracts, which we never done with probably any coach, right? Manager before. Yep. We always give them low contracts. And then how it came about was Todd Boehly having a conversation with Potter during the Coquerella deal.
Tuchel refused to play 4-4-3.
Yeah. so all these reports were coming out that Boehly had ideas, and mind you, Boehly is probably not far off what we know here, right? So he
No.
you
He
can
probably
say
have
that.
a lot of advisors. Don't
No,
say that.
the
He's not,
gap
like,
between the experts in the game, right,
yeah.
at
You don't
Chelsea
think he phoned
compared
any
to Boehly.
expert?
Declare keeps saying this shit that he
That is
knows
mad,
just as
man.
much
A
as us
billionaire
football
doesn't
that,
just make decisions because he wants to, man. He asks around.
No, a
he gives
billionaire
advice.
isn't a sports expert or isn't a director of
But he
football.
asks. He
right?
knows
has
a lot of
people
people.
around
He has a
him.
lot of people on his
He
side.
is a sport
Okay.
expert because he has two more
Sorry,
teams that he supports.
you're right. He's not a
And
football
that's what he's
expert.
known.
He's
That's
a sport.
also.
He is a baseball expert, not a football expert.
Declared. There is something I read about him. Yeah, the thing with him, he hires people who are good at
Yes,
doing
exactly.
their
That's what I was
job,
going
and
to get
that's how he
into.
does it.
Let me let I'll probably answer a lot of your questions that you probably have lined up and a lot of the chat
Okay,
because
superstar.
Nobody has
they're getting on
question
me.
for you. We're just waiting
No,
for you
yeah,
to
no,
start.
you're
I was
just
waiting for
you're
you to
just
Yeah,
stop.
okay. Let me finish then.
you're just getting
Yeah, let me
cooked in the
finish then.
comments,
Maybe
like,
you
just
you
stop.
answer.
Still waffling.
No, because
No, let him
because
finish
I
his point, man.
expected
Let him finish, man.
no
You-
because
you
I
interrupted
expected
me,
and we all expected the order of a director of football and the director of football to advise on a manager that they work with. Everything seems to be working back to front. But if he spent that much money, didn't give Tuchel this chance, which is the standard now, we're almost because
We've already gone over
if
this.
Tuchel can get sacked in this with these criterias, I mean, is that the standard for a lot of our managers that come in? And all of a sudden now we're going to
I
give
think
him
to say
5
that-
I
years.
think let me answer.
No,
try
what
to
I'm
an-
saying is.
I know what you're saying.
is it-
I know what you're
No,
saying.
I'm saying
let me,
it's all PR.
let me try to give you
Let me
a
finish.
ghost.
No, because you're gonna misrepresent my point because it was all PR. Because
I'm watching
not sacking
Harry Potter,
Tuchel when
man.
they came in, right, was a PR disaster. Spent 300 mil on a PR disaster. But the main point I'm getting at is that is Boehly is he coming with the arrogance that thinking he knows in this one of the oldest sports or the biggest sports, and he got his US data analysts. He probably went outside the club. He probably still doesn't trust most of the people at the club because he's doing clean out job. So he's gone to US data analysts,
Yes,
and he's doing it very different.
Yes. This is what you know what it is, but you
It's
Yeah,
almost
so-
like
so-
he,
but-
it's
no,
almost like
that's
he
what I was gonna
bought.
get
It's
at.
almost
So-
like he bought the team, Alex.
No. What I'm
That's
saying is
not
that
fair.
we know
What are
we
you
know
saying,
we know
bro?
football
You
is a
had it,
combination of.
You
we
had
know
your
co-
attempt. You had your attempt.
My
Let
man's
me explain it to you.
waffling.
Look,
You can
you
say it's
had it.
nothing,
You no.
But
You
tell me
had
otherwise.
it. Declare you had it, but you dismissed it. You said at what point? Do you? It looks like he wants to remove everything not his. Just now you said it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's the case. Exactly the case.
but that's not my issue. The order
I
of
don't
how
have-
he's
I
doing
don't-
it and
I
the way
don't-
he's
look,
doing
It
it
doesn't
is
matter.
is
It
coming
doesn't
up
matter.
a bit
not a-
It doesn't matter.
amateur.
He had
Amateur.
Declare,
he had
let
it
me
in order
finish.
to-
It doesn't matter
he had
though,
a de-
Declare.
he had a
Let
decision
me
to
talk.
make and he
That's how
made it.
Let
businessmen
me
do.
talk. This is the problem. It's not your issue. It's not your 4.5 bill either. It's his 4.5 bill. So if he comes in and he wants something his, he wants to be new. Look, you would do the same thing, and don't tell me no because I know you will do the same thing.
Yes, but that
No,
point isn't relevant
no.
because
It's
you know how
time
we
to
talk
be
about
shush.
transfers.
It's time to be shush. Now,
Yeah, but you don't know.
since he bought the
Yeah,
team,
you got bitch,
but you. The problem is you disagree or you
Stop
agree,
instigating.
but that's not the point. The point is it's still his team. What he did in the beginning was important. He said, "I would like to give the opportunity to the previous regime to help him transition," but they got bumped. That's why Peter Cech left. That's what Marina left. First of all, they didn't fire them. They left. They quit it. Then the tension with Tuchel became even bigger for one particular reason. Because he used to do stuff throughout Marina and what's his name? And Peter Cech. But they are not there. So all this thing fell on Tuchel. And Tuchel wasn't ready for that. He did not want to do this, what Marina did it and what Peter Cech did. He did not want to do it. That's the thing.
I agree, and it's not even.
I'm
Declare,
not finished.
before you
I'm
go,
not finished.
there was one
I'm
super
not
chat
finished.
based on it. Go on.
What I'm saying is like, look, it's for you to not understand it. I understand it that you don't understand, and it's okay to you for anybody to understand. What's behind doors is done. He wanted to be his own team from the beginning. This is what you need to understand. Whoever he has advice, you can speculate and try to do like we buy players, you know, like you can speculate. It's gonna work, it's gonna not. You and me and Josh and everybody over here, we can speculate, but we cannot say shit. It's still his team.
He didn't pay for it. He didn't pay.
Another super chat that was close to it. No one said you guys are funny. Now move on to football. That was from a while back. Tuchel says British fans are too sensitive. Go outside, touch some grass, get fresh air. Tuchel was having us play some stinky football. Move on already. I just still think it was a bit.
I don't think anybody disagreed with that.
I think to say
that work for a bit. Big up yourself.
I think to say he didn't give Tuchel a chance is actually, I think, a poor statement, because I think what happened was he asked Tuchel this summer, hey, we don't have a DOF. We need you to play ball with us and help us out through this transfer period. Sounds like he didn't want to do that, and he actively did not do that. He basically was not answering calls, not answering texts, not giving his opinion. So they said, okay, well, this guy does not seem like a guy who wants to be here for a long-term project.
Josh, which manager had this similar reports?
Nobody. Is this sorry?
Conte, man. Conte.
Conte, I think, is the exact opposite of that. He wanted to say, he wanted his players, he wanted this,
no, but he
and they didn't give it to him. This is the opposite of that. These are the owners saying.
One at a time. Go on, Josh.
This would be the opposite of Conte. This would be the owners saying, hey, in this transition period, we need a little bit of your help and guidance on who you'd like to have to put into this team. He did not want to do that. And he made it abundantly clear by ignoring them and not responding to them and giving them a hard time. So in their minds, they're thinking, okay, is this really the guy that we want to plan with for the next 5 years? Like, he doesn't really seem that into, like, you know, giving us his opinions, his thoughts. We're asking him questions because we need to know what he wants to do and able to, like, go find players. He doesn't really seem on board with that. So let's go try to find somebody who maybe would be a little bit more of a team player in that aspect. Somebody who's gonna talk to a DOF, who's gonna give his opinion, who's gonna give his thoughts on how he wants to build a team, who really wants to be here for a project. And so they let him go, and I'm totally fine with that. The football was atrocious. He lost the locker room, particularly attacking players. There was nothing happening on that front, and as far as entertaining football, good football, positive football. And so they said, you know what, let's just do it now, because we're still so early in the season. We're only 5 points off of first place right now. Let's just do it now. Let's get in the guy we want for the long term. We'll give him a 5-year contract because we want him to be part of a 5-year project. Potter said, I'd love to be part of a 5-year project at Chelsea. They've shown absolute willingness to spend money and buy players and improve the team. I mean, we've probably had 50 to 60% turnover in the roster. Nobody thought that was going to happen going into this year. Everybody all summer was like, we need to get rid of this whole team. The whole team sucks. Yeah. Well, they pretty much did. So now you've replaced your.
Remember the guy Paranoia over here?
Probably 50% of the starting lineup is new players. That does take a little bit of time to build chemistry and things like that. And so it's their team. They didn't spend $4.5 billion to just be an extension of Roman when he left. They want to put their mark on the team. They went and got their manager.
I agree.
Not sure how it doesn't make sense.
We can't use the money side of it because we all have opinions when it comes to transfers and whatnot, and to use the excuse it's not our money and it's their money. I get it, but I'm trying to. That's not even my complaint. My complaint. I'm trying to find, like we did with Roman, is how Boehly thinks and reacts and all that. Yeah, and I'm really questioning. I'm wondering
that is not true,
because listen,
it is possible true. We'll know in a couple of years if Harry Potter does not work out in a year and they not fire him, there will be something new. If they fire him by the end of the season, there will be the same. And I kind of want to be owner to be ruthless. And like Metla said in the comment, and the thing, contracts don't mean nothing. 5-year, 2-year, 1-year contract.
The payout. They
paid Tuchel $7 million. That's pennies. They don't care about that.
$7 million. Hold on. If they sack him next season, that's $40 million payoff. $40 million.
If they sack him next season,
saying Tuchel. They paid off Tuchel $20 million.
They're not going to sack him in a season.
No. But that's what I'm saying. No,
you guys know Tuchel is eventually going to be
sacked. Listen, there has been no manager that we've given 5 years, right?
Wait. Declared. We all know that football is a volatile business. Anything goes wrong, you're sacking managers at any given time. And obviously, we're Chelsea. We know how this shit goes. I do agree they want to give Graham Potter a long-term vision, but we have to face some facts. Yes, he's very tactically astute manager, but he's taking a large step up into a realm he's never been in before. If shit goes sideways, they can't just soldier on with it just because they said they were going to invest in my man. So you have to be prepared. There has to be some pessimism.
Did anybody understand what he's
hold
saying?
on. That's
he's not wrong.
There has to be some pessimism before you make like long-term decisions, like giving managers 5-year contract, like especially giving managers 5-year contracts at Chelsea. Like, I don't know.
Do you
before everyone goes. Just there's been a build-up of super chats. So go.
I want to say one thing before.
I'll go to you next. Cameron says if Potter gets sacked quick, it will be a nice payout for him. Yes, it will be.
That's it.
Tuchel fell out with Mainz, Dortmund, and PSG's board, but you have to take context into account.
He stole it. Look, the biggest thing I was afraid of before Tuchel came in, and the reason I did not want Tuchel at Chelsea job in the first place, because I knew about his individual, like his personal thing, how he butts heads with it, and I didn't think he's gonna work out with Roman Abramovich. For some magic reason, it did work out. Maybe because Roman wasn't in the country and had dealt with Tuchel for he was too busy.
No, Alex,
no. That's the only reason. Yeah, I think the reason why they didn't butt heads, because Roman was too busy. He couldn't go to UK and stuff like that. That's the only reason that I can. If they would have met and they would have talked, I swear, Tuchel the way he talks, sometimes he could be, how you say it, aggressive, like he's personal. And another thing, the guy that we just hired, Harry Potter, is downgrade to Tuchel as a manager. It's a fact. It's a freaking fact. I understand what we're doing. It's a gamble, but it's a gamble not on a level. It's a gamble on a billionaire. It's it.
And that's what I'm saying.
But that's why I said,
Alex. And that's why I said.
We gamble with $20. They gamble with 40 million.
No, but
before you go, one set.
Every time
sorry. You're next.
Let me go after this.
Blue Hope says at least the break gives Potter more time. That is a positive. At the least, he's got 5 days before the Salzburg game, and that game will probably be going ahead. I'd be very surprised if they drop that. Cameron says, in my opinion, we had no sense of direction and tactics going forward, and I respect our owner for moving forward with a direction for our club which we want and need. Here's the thing, now Tuchel's been sacked, it just ends at the football we've seen before that, and people can say that there was no sense, direction or tactics, but we don't know what the final plan would have been with the squad. So I don't know how
we didn't move since the USL. We didn't move.
Harry Potter's style is really similar to Tuchel.
Yeah, it's similar.
It's really similar.
I got crucified for saying that. No one said that.
The people saying that the money spent will not work for the new manager, I mean, they exactly play in the same way.
They would have
and even so, Potter will adjust.
Potter will adjust. He will adjust the midfield. What Tuchel did.
No, here's the thing.
But the problem I have with that we're going to have the same problems. But I want to make this quick point that I've been trying to make for a long time, right?
After your 20 minute
reading every reports about reading every reports and that, if there was someone, DOF or whoever, right, that did all those things that expected of Tuchel, we wouldn't have a problem, right? But then after this, right, and Alex talked about, and I agree with what a lot of people said too. My main issue is every manager, every player we get is a gamble, but it's based on data, information, experts in the game to make this gamble our best gamble, our best punt, right? What I'm saying here is, I'm worried that Potter was just hired on a whim, right? And not really.
No, they looked at him for a long time.
Let him finish.
I'm not sure if he's looking at a long time, but
they actually picked his name out of the hat.
Let him finish.
Wait, let him go.
No, because what it's come out is that they had a conversation. It was done quickly.
No.
All right.
Read the other article. No.
What I'm saying, what I would have preferred is you see how we desperately needed a DOF because of what happened with Tuchel. I would have wanted the order.
Look,
I wanted the order the other way around.
I know what you're saying, but if the order
how is Potter going to make all these decisions now that were just put onto
What
Tuchel?
Decisions?
I can't believe I actually defended Boehly over firing Tuchel because I'm still upset they fired Tuchel. I can't believe it, but I'll tell you. The reason why they go for Potter is because there was actually 4 managers that they looked for. And what I don't know if it's true or not, but I wrote there. I think somebody somewhere said the reason we went for Harry Potter is because the DOF, the guy that we look for to hire for Chelsea, recommended him to go for Potter.
If that's the case, then I'm alright. What? That's what I'm asking. I'm asking.
Don't ask nobody.
Why I can't? Well, we got no information. Of course, I can ask if it's done. If it's done the right way. No, because hold on.
Declared me.
This is the difference. I think about this stuff now. You guys think about it. Yeah, I never get to finish the point, and then I get accused of the wrong stuff.
Declared just.
No, hold on, Durisco.
Let them finish, bro.
Look.
I
think about this stuff now. You guys think about it when Potter plays badly. That's the difference, right?
Because I want to know, just like the rest of them.
Yeah.
Look, I want to know how Potter came about, right? And who's the system? If Potter's going to decide to do it should be the other way around.
Send an email to Todd Boehly. Anyway, moving on.
You guys can say that.
No. I just want to.
You know what? If Potter does badly, I'm the guy that's going to say give him more time. You guys are going to say get him out. And Durisco will be the first guy to do it, right?
I promise you, Potter will not fail at Chelsea.
What I'm saying is that.
Wait, what is the definition of success, though?
No, because we all said that Boehly's going to come in and get experts, and we're all comfortable with that. But I'm not. I'm not fulfilled because he's still cleaning house.
No,
yes,
hold on.
This is actually my point. Is that Boehly's still cleaning house and hasn't brought in those experts?
Let him finish his point.
Declare. I just asked my wife a long time ago.
And what she
my wife was a kid. She wrote the letter to New Kids on the Block. I don't know if people know who that is. And they responded, maybe you'll be lucky too. You'll write the letter to Todd Boehly and he'll explain it to you.
I still haven't got my letter from the Queen, so I lost faith for that one today.
Alex, did they tell her why they kicked Donnie out of the group?
Hey, but before I get cut off a lot, but I'm making the point because we were all filled with confidence because Tuchel was going to bring experts. I don't see those experts yet, so I asked the question: how was Potter came across?
They give all the autograph.
They're not there. Listen, because we're just hearing reports that he got advice off a DOF. If we're getting advice from a DOF, why isn't that DOF here? Right? We could have used a DOF with Tuchel.
He was on vacation.
He wanted a break from football.
But shouldn't the order be getting a DOF that it's going to work with a manager, right? You're going to give a manager 5 years. And who is Potter? Bro, that's annoying. Who's Potter? At what level is Potter to start picking a DOF? What I'm saying, it's done the other way around. And it's almost done like we're not doing experts right.
You're still upset about
Tuchel. No, I'm not upset about Tuchel. What I'm comparing it to, and that's the problem here. And that's the problem. Everyone thinks I'm just upset about Tuchel. No, I saw the Fenway group do the same mistakes before they started putting a proper structure and getting advice. They did the same mistakes, right? And I've seen other clubs do the same mistakes. And what I hate, and if I hope it doesn't happen, is that if Boehly starts making mistakes, thinking that he knew, right? And then we have 3-5 seasons of a lot of mistakes. Then he goes, all right, then I'm going to do it this way.
Can I answer declared?
It's just the same way that you question, why did we give the most unqualified manager that we had, but I'm excited by Potter, by the way, 5 years.
I can feel the excitement.
No, you're not.
I can feel the excitement.
Hold on.
Bro,
because should be the 5-year
because
contract.
if Potter works,
that's it.
No, because if the way that Potter played is great, and I hope it works. But I see too many managers fold, right? There was a lot of exciting managers. You know, even Poch was one of them, and no one's Poch now.
Poch is not exciting.
Shit, manager
doesn't even play with wingers, man.
Wait, but before Poch went to Tottenham,
let Kai go. Declared's enough. Had enough of you.
Yeah, go.
Right, go on, Kai.
To answer declared, I think. Alex, let me finish, bro.
Alex, man.
Wait, what happened?
No, listen. Didn't a lot of people reported that there was a Premier League meeting, right? And he invited like all of them for dinner.
What does that have to do
with dinner? This guy loved making meals, bro. Anyway, man. And so he spoke to a lot of people from the Premier League, like manager, chairman. So he probably got a recommendation. It's not like he only talks to people hired by Chelsea, bro. You know, he lives outside of Chelsea.
No, he doesn't trust the people at Chelsea, it looks like.
Anyway,
but
anyway,
there are people. There are
No,
people-
listen.
Anyway,
I
you're
understand that.
just
Yeah, he
projecting.
talked to
You're
this person. Hold on.
Let me
He
finish-
talked to
let me
this
finish my
person. He
point.
talked to that person. I get it.
Oh,
But who's
my
the face?
declared.
Who's the
I
face?
can't lie.
it doesn't have to be a fake.
Frosted
Wait,
Myth,
wait,
save us.
Let Kai land. Let Kai land.
I'll give you an example. Yeah. For example, I work in finance, and I know a friend who works in finance.
No, you don't.
Can I only ask people in my company for help about finance, or can I go to some dickhead who works in another company and ask him about fucking finance? There you
I
your
always
answer,
will
man.
go to Jewish guy ask for the financial advice.
There you go, man. That's why I do finance. But anyway, but anyway,
I swear, my accountant.
I allow
is
it.
Jewish,
I allow
but
it, man. Alex is
The
my
best,
guy,
the
Alex is
best,
my guy.
the best.
So-
ones.
So
But
how,
listen to it.
since you guys are so reassuring
he's
that, who did
but
ask?
Declared, he's a sports guy, bro. He probably knows a lot of connections in sports. They don't
Yeah.
have to be contracted to Chelsea in order for
Who?
you to talk to them.
And wait,
Bro,
declare.
What do you mean?
There
Declared?
there is no evidence to say Boehly made this decision on himself, or he
I
asked,
doubt it.
or asked
I
someone.
doubt it.
What I
Can
would
you
like
say
is
ask?
No.
Can you say ask?
ask someone.
It's not. That's why I was laughing. You saying
Ask.
ox instead of ask.
declare.
Alex,
Declare.
you have
Hey,
no right to laugh at
Hey,
that.
Alex, you
the
should be
letter
the
S.
last person to laugh about accents
Yeah,
here.
right.
All right, buddy?
Yo, declare.
No,
Yeah, Alex, you
no.
sound like
Alex
you're
be
assassinate us all, bro.
butchering.
Alex
He
is
was-
using this pronunciation is his vocabulary, but you declared
No,
you're
I'm
just
saying
pronouncing
like
words
S. Letter S is in front of K, not the opposite.
Yeah, we
But yo,
live
declare,
in
did
different
you
parts
see
of the
that?
world, different
Declare.
ways
Did
to say it differently.
Declare,
That's
you
what
watched the
you did.
game. You watched the Champions League game, right? Dinamo Zagreb, right?
But the 5-year contract is a bit
Declare.
suspect, bro.
Did you watch,
Yeah.
watch the game? Do you see that Boehly was talking to the president, UEFA president? He's like someone who makes connections and like talks around and does all this networking. I feel like if he didn't do that Premier League event that he did, that's where he got Cucurella, and he probably asked about Graham Potter from then and stuff like
He
that. That's why-
did. That's what declared.
I
is
get it,
afraid
but
of.
like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost like getting a stock tip at a dinner table that, you know, someone just randomly
I
threw
can't
their
lie,
money or lost
you're
money.
waffling,
What?
but you're waffling because you've already said that Potter is similar to
He's not
Tuchel, so what-
waffling. He's just
so
starting a
what
debate, bro.
waffle-
No.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Like we've already,
Yes,
we've already got
listen,
over it. Anyway.
I want to. I want
Nah,
to.
he's
Bro,
fake.
we,
Wait,
wait, can I ask you? Did you guys want a director of football in, or expecting a director of football to come in?
So long.
Yeah, but you keep interrupting everyone. You keep saying no.
Why you making that
got the
sound?
dumbest interruptions.
Right.
No. It's the dumbest thing. Why you say nothing to interrupt people?
Sounds, man.
Який шле, такий здебело.
Because everyone's trying to
Are you done?
trying
Are
to
you done?
discuss with
Declared?
me,
Are
right?
you done?
And
Are
have
you
like
done?
almost a rebuttal
Let
to
him
what I'm
finish
saying.
his point.
But it's not even the
Why?
point I'm
Come on.
He
making.
still hasn't made. Wait, Kai. He still hasn't made the point. He still hasn't made the
I
point. After all
swear,
this
man.
time.
He's trying to.
Oh,
You have
my
problems
days.
to things to
Why
talk
did
about.
Football to get
You know
No, no,
what?
no.
You know
Interrupting
what?
him.
Declare-
Lewis
Declare-
is like, I don't know how long the
Declare-
stream is gonna go because I don't think we have much to talk about.
Now we've got a lot to talk about. At least I'm giving you
Aye,
guys
that's
something to
why
talk
I'm
about.
just letting Declared run. I don't
I
care
can't
how
let
long it
class
takes to get to this
over
point.
declared.
Let Declare talk. I don't
Everyone,
agree with
all you guys wanted a director of football. I don't know why that sounds funny now, right?
Bro, if Declared was a winner, man, we'd be fucked, man.
Declare
Hey, you know
starts
what
to make a sentence. Declare is like, let me ask. Jill Excel is like, no.
You guys, let Declare finish his point. Come on, man. Stop it.
After all
Nah,
this
bro,
time,
it's
you try to make the
interruption.
point.
Right, well,
Him, dude.
well, the irony is that when shit happens, right, later on, any time that
happens in
happens,
big piles.
you
Okay,
guys
my
start
name.
pointing the finger at Czech, Marina, and all those, and everyone, and the coach,
guy
and
is
now when I do it, everyone's like, well, do you remember when he had a dinner table, like dinner talk with someone, and he got the advice from him? So
But
we're
bro,
not
it's
gonna.
3
When
months.
later on, when we question who got Potter and who's the genius behind Potter, who am I gonna
cares?
praise or who am I gonna
cares?
criticize?
You know
We'll
how
say the
Potter-
canteen lady,
Who
bro. We'll say the
cares?
canteen
Yeah,
lady.
the
Who
canteen
cares?
lady probably told him, hey, you know, look at this. I like, you know, real English champion.
Hold on, let me
Declared.
talk- let me
Declared.
talk now.
Dec-
No,
let me
hold
ask.
on, let me talk.
I could sit here and give great positives, but I also have negatives of how this came about.
I don't know what-
But Declared is 3 months in. You judging
No,
the
guys,
old
wait,
regime
guys.
what about from
No, guys, hold on.
It's not even 2 days in, man.
No, guys. He has all
He
these
hasn't
issues.
played. He hasn't coached the game yet. I'm not even in
Bro, he
question.
hasn't even
bro,
done a
bro.
press conference
Bro.
yet.
He has all these issues about how Potter came to be. But you've already said that Potter's here and
He's-
you think he'll
let
do
me tell
well.
you how
Yeah,
Harry
and
why
you're
Potter
do you
excited.
care?
And you
I-
keep
I said-
Mom and Daddy
I hope
decided
he
to
does
have a
well.
bongi.
Yeah.
And that's how Harry Potter was born. 50
right.
years
No
later.
spoilers, remember?
No spoilers.
Harry
I haven't seen
What
it.
the?
Bro, that is wrong, bro. That is wrong, man.
So
that
Declare,
is
what are you
soft-porn Harry
what are
Potter
you gonna
storyline, bro.
get
That's not
from
real
your
Harry Potter
answer for
storyline,
your
man.
question being answered? What are you gonna get?
No, I
what
wanted
is
to
your
put the
purpose?
discussion on
Brilliant
if
question, Mario.
right?
Brilliant question.
Line up his first
Brilliant
game.
question.
Goodbye.
Answer.
No, what my
Answer.
I was putting my concern out there on how everything's coming about.
So you
because
literally admitted to
Yo,
waffling.
Lewis, what the
I am
fuck
also
you doing?
concerned, man. To be honest.
Arrest this guy. Arrest this guy.
Everybody's concerned.
Arrest this
should
guy
do
on the
what we
grounds of
think Potter's
waffling.
first
Declare
line
is
is gonna be.
concerned. Declare is concerned on a whole nother level.
Bro, Declare is
Arrest
really
declared
concerned,
on
man.
grounds of waffling. Arrest this guy.
Declare, man, it's not going away. You
Right,
Declare, I think
it's
you're
bagging me
hurt.
this and that.
Why isn't
Someone ever talking about the point? I know it
it's
sounds
going with
ridiculous.
you.
I just wanted Declare to finish his point.
I just well, declare.
Yeah, I can't get. I probably said like 3 words in, and then someone
No, he said more
interrupted.
than that, bro.
Yeah, but someone interrupted every 3 words. I had to keep talking, repeating
Right,
the same
I'm going to go
points.
through a few more of the super chats just to get some peace into it. Mr. Paulito's Way sends questions on the director of football rumor. We've heard the possible DOF recommended Potter, but now we hear Potter will be part of the DOF search, which is it. I believe that whole part is just a load of waffle.
What I like, he brought his what's his
Coaching
name?
staff.
Not coaching, the recruitment guy with him.
We can recruit
scouts.
the
By the way,
play,
did
man.
you know?
And that's
who's-
great because
No.
he's been great at.
You know what sad it is? Brighton probably gonna be relegated this season. They took,
Yo, we robbed them, bro.
they literally left him bare naked. Lallana is the player manager.
Lallana.
Wait, he's the player
Yeah.
manager?
He's the player manager.
Like,
I swear we took their whole coaching
I've
staff.
never
I
seen a
swear
player
we
manager
took-
in the Premier
I
League
swear we
before,
took their
man.
whole
Not gonna
coaching
lie.
You never
That's
seen
Sean
one?
Dice.
Yes.
Southgate.
Right,
It happened.
Olu-
Chelsea headed one.
Southgate was a
One
player manager.
Olu says, calm
Diallo.
down, all. Potter might
Diallo
play the
was the player
4-4-3. Yeah, this
Gullit
quality thing's
was it.
never going away. Fair enough, bro.
Wasn't
One
Diallo?
last super chat. Mr. Smith says, let's discuss something that's actually relevant. What players do you guys think make Potter's starting?
I wanted to make a point. I want to
Yes.
make a point on this. I want to make a
Go
point on this. Potter being brought to Chelsea
That's what I
might
just
be,
asked you, Louis,
he might
to do
now
this.
be. This might now be the death of Mendy. This might actually be Kepa Remontada. This might actually be Remontada because Potter really likes a player that can he really likes to pass that from the back.
How do you
And
know? Did you
Mendy-
spoke to him?
He's got to be good,
I've
bro.
watched-
Sanchez, bro.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Mendy starts Mendy.
Sanchez.
I don't watch Brighton, so.
I do.
No,
I
it's
actually
not that
think
I
the
don't watch,
reason why
bro.
Mendy became
You know the
bad
resources
because
he's gonna have at Chelsea.
the
Not the same he's gonna have
coach,
at Brighton.
the goalkeeper coach left Chelsea early in the season, in the summer transfer.
Well,
So I
Tuchel-
think
He's bringing
that's
in
the
their
reason. One
goalkeeper
of the
coach.
reasons why he actually.
But he's falling
think
off
we'll be
the
alright.
black
Yes,
heel.
Andrew, you enjoyed the
I
discussion.
think
No, could you do something, Lewis, and pay respect to the Queen by not having this stream on anymore? Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Declared.
Why?
We've declared we get it. Your point was you're still.
No, don't trigger him
Thomas
again.
Tuchel's sack. That's
Yeah.
all
No, it wasn't,
yeah.
bro. Everyone was
You
making.
are,
Everyone
you
went to
are,
that
bro.
straight away. I wanted to.
You're
wanted to
behaving
know
like a
how
teenage
our
girl
structure
who's
was being
broken
made,
up, man.
and I couldn't even
Just
get the point
butter.
across.
Yeah,
And I couldn't even get the.
Declare, do you not
No,
trust
that's
the
no,
current
that's
team
you know what that
leader?
is, Andrew.
The current
Is
team
when
leader.
No,
is when if anyone talks about Mount or anything like that, you go, oh no, you got an agenda.
Declare.
We got a
Mount
Cobham
shit.
agenda. And before I started talking, everyone was just talking about your butt hurt. I wanted to talk about the structure, and you guys just went off,
Declared,
and
it's
I had a
enough,
genuine
man.
question.
declared
don't have
after
a
the
structure.
stream we'll
No,
talk.
no,
We'll
no,
talk
no.
because I have explanation for
Declare,
you. Recent things.
Alex, Declare, do you expect Thomas Boehly to share a list of all his
Thomas
advisors
Boehly.
to the public?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Boehly.
calling now. Thomas Boehly together.
Jesus
Send
Christ,
Declare
man.
weekly reports. You
Good
know, like-
Lord.
No, you know what's
I-
funny?
I- this-
You know what's
No,
funny?
so wait, hold on.
What-
I
you know
might
what's
have point.
funny?
I can't criticize
Abramovich
Boehly.
was at
I can't
Chelsea,
question
You
Boehly.
can't. You
Hey,
can't.
is it?
No.
Are you guys Boehly sexuals or?
How many meals did
no,
he make?
here's the
Oh,
funny
shut
part.
up.
No, but you're obviously a
Just shut
Tuchel
up, man.
sexual.
When Abramovich was
That's what you're
here,
accusing me
I
of.
can't
That's
lie.
the standard
We
you're
should have-
setting.
We should have sacked Declared with Tuchel. We should have sacked them both. Both of them.
you
are-
shouldn't be
He's a
talking
lottery
either,
winner.
man.
You just
Yeah,
go with
Duan,
him.
half of us don't
You
want
just
to
go
hear,
with
bro.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
look,
He's a
go with
lottery
him.
You know
winner.
what's funny? You know what's
For a
funny?
club. Fucking
No,
hell.
Andrew, you know what's funny? Remember when Abramovich was, nobody knew what Abramovich thinking, what
Yeah,
Abramovich.
exactly.
You remember those good days? All of a sudden,
Yeah.
this pop star Paris Hilton, Todd Boehly, is all of a sudden gives the interviews and all that kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
and
Having a meal,
make people
having a
like
meal, bro.
We had
declare,
one interview.
think, and try to put the inputs on how they want to run the club.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Bro, that's crazy. So if if he makes a transfer decision, we go, well, what? That's maybe a bit too much for that player.
We'll reload this one later on.
Oh.
Yeah, if he pays too much, what you felt for too much for a player, you're like,
declared.
If he gives,
he's not going to be in charge of
if he gives Jorginho a big contract,
for much longer.
Why can't I just say, well, it's his money and it's his club, and don't worry, sit down, Alex.
You can.
It's his club. What are you talking about? It's his club.
And I will say,
It's his money. It's his club. Don't talk about it. Don't question it. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Because
I will.
When I wanted to start a discussion, that was everyone answers. No one actually wanted to discuss with the opponent.
Let me answer you.
Because you wanted to
Majesty's
send you a
dead.
PowerPoint.
I know.
That's what you wanted to
You
do.
will be if you keep talking like that, man.
I should have
You're
got a
gonna give
PowerPoint.
yourself
Would've
a
been
heart
better.
attack
Should have got a
by
PowerPoint.
worrying what
next week,
structure
Lewis,
is going to be.
Speak
gonna
to
be
the
Next
PowerPoint.
stream,
Listen,
PowerPoint.
the reason
This
why,
is
the
what happens
reason,
when he's not clicking on his keyboard.
hey, La La Land, shut up. What I'm trying to say, declared, is look, when the reason why I said if Harry Potter is gonna give Jennifer extension to his contract, I'm gonna be Harry Potter out, and not Boehly. Boehly doesn't have nothing to do, because Boehly said every person from now on get actual contract extension is gonna go through Potter. So Potter is deciding, not Boehly.
Exactly.
Yeah, look,
and
even La La
transfer
Land
also.
is cheering me.
And also,
Well, if he's agreeing with you, you know you're wrong. That's the
I
difference.
know.
And also, what's it called? What's it called? Todd Boehly.
Even his sticks get a shot sometimes.
What's it called? Potter's brought in his it's funny because they brought in like assistant technical director. I saw that. Assistant technical director, goalkeeper coach, and one other. I can't remember.
The recruitment guy.
Which is funny.
No, recruitment guy,
Head of
not a
recruitment.
There
Head
was
of
no
recruitment.
assistant
Head
director,
of
man.
recruitment.
How can he
That's
bring
right.
the
Head of
director, bro?
recruitment.
Shut up, Dwight, bro. You're talking shit.
So-
How can he bring the director to Chelsea?
No. I don't know. I saw something like that. I didn't make sense to me either. That's why I saw.
Waffling.
So yeah. So if
I
you
thought you said you don't drink. You're a religious person.
No,
How can you bring
I
a
don't
director to Chelsea, bro? What is he
Don't say no to drugs.
I
Say-
said assistant
You
technical
accused
director.
the
But anyway,
period of waffling, and now you waffling.
no, bro. What do you mean? I saw it. That's what, I don't know what to tell you. That's why I read. But anyway,
you heard it. You didn't see it.
But anyway,
Yes, I
but
will be
anyway,
Jorginho out, Texas Blue.
But anyway,
Fuck yeah,
but anyway, Potter's gonna have people
Jorginho
around
out,
him
bro.
talking and making decisions. And
Oh,
then he's
Harry
gonna
Potter
go-
out.
And then
I'm
he's gonna go
Jorginho
to
out a long
Boehly.
time ago.
Boehly's not gonna make a transfer decision.
Is
for
La La
much
Land
longer.
still talking? Never mind, let me mute myself.
Boehly's not gonna
Right.
be making transfer decisions for much longer.
Yo, Lewis, let's do
Well,
a predicted XI.
Wait. Yeah. We'll get to
What, for
super
the
chat,
game
so we'll
that's
go
not
back to
happening?
Mr. Smith's one. Daniel says declared is Boehly out, people.
What?
Um,
I was champion Boehly the whole time.
Oh, just stop.
Till-
Something like that.
Apparently.
Just stop.
Ilyas says,
Yeah.
will Graham Potter win you trophies? Yes, he will, because he's going to be here for a couple of years and we're trophy holders. Aaron
Hey.
Martinez says it's a common occurrence in US sports that an owner appointing a manager coach before a general manager always results in friction and dysfunction. Any of the American panelists got anything to say about
Well,
that? Because
Josh
I
is
wouldn't
here.
have a clue.
I don't
Travis-
really know that much about
Travis
that,
here, Travis
but
here.
again,
I
but
wouldn't.
I'm more
But I
inclined to
expect the
believe.
manager to
Jamaican.
get sacked when the new ownership comes in anyway.
But
Is it-
I'm more inclined
Can
to
you go
believe
back
that
to the
whoever is the
question? I
director that comes
didn't read
in
it.
will
Is a
have some
common
say.
occurrence in United sports that owner
Appointing a manager coach before a general manager always results in friction and dysfunction.
Alex, why did you
See,
take a break? in the
that
middle
makes
of
heaps of
reading,
sense because
No,
I'm
I'm trying
reading
to
it like
fit what I
that,
saw.
right?
She's
declared.
trying to
And I'm
trying
saying
to
that
see
as that is the wrong way.
the
But if it's common in, why the fuck would you interrupt with fucking your moans, bro?
Boom!
Don't expect that from Classive, bro.
He's off the
It's good. Bro, you just make noises, bro. Your soundboard, you just make noises. You don't even say a word. You just noises.
For a whole hour, it's been the declared show. Like, shut
Listen.
up, dude.
Bro, you got nothing to say, bro. You just make noises.
Yeah, but I don't
It's
want
a
to
hot
listen
air,
to
bro.
you. I
You're a
don't
hot
wanna
air
listen
balloon.
to you.
Nobody
Like,
wants to listen to you.
No,
dickhead.
Hey,
Thank you.
Alex the Kid,
declared.
hold on.
La La Land.
This super chat. This super chat is what resonates well and makes a lot of sense because this is how I saw it, and I go, this is not the way to do it. And if it's very common in US sports, it makes sense why he's doing it. And then if it resolves in friction and dysfunction, is how. I mean, that could happen to us, or probably
in
it's
the
not the way,
football-
right way
in
it's done in football.
Hold on.
In
declare.
American sports, it is common.
No,
because
let me make a point.
So it makes sense, yeah, and it makes sense that it's not common.
It's not actually. It's not. How you say it? You can compare. Does that make sense? You can compare because
exactly.
coaching staff on American teams are much larger.
Yeah, much larger.
Yeah,
larger amount. So, for example, offensive coach, for football, he can just transition into the BMN first coach team.
So
you see what I'm saying?
It's great because
the directors
that's
are
what I'm
never get
questioning.
fired. What I'm saying is the directors, when they step down, they usually step down at the end of the season. Nothing happening during the season.
Yeah. Would any of you guys take any? Would any of you guys take any Brighton players?
Hold on,
zero
Pedro,
Brighton
I know where you're going to go.
Brighton players.
Hey, this Alex, that's great, and that's what I wanted to know. And I wanted to know if Boehly is actually trying to do that at Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he going to have a setup like that? What you described at Chelsea with a bigger team and a bigger coaching staff.
Let me send him an email and ask.
Declared. Declared. I can tell you what. Do you think that Tuchel forced their hand to fire him, or they willing to wait? That's your honest opinion.
He kind of.
I think it was
That's the point I
mixture
wanted to
with PR as well. Like if they you couldn't sack him before the season started. But the first opportunity they got, they might have done it.
La La Land.
He's just wrong. I'm not.
It doesn't matter if he's wrong. I want to hear what he's wrong about.
Waffling for an hour.
Yeah, guys, let him talk.
Just let him talk. Be polite.
So wait, let me get this straight.
Let me go after.
Duroscope. If no one,
if
other people talk, you got a problem.
That's why you get interrupted by him.
Yeah, we gotta mute your mic.
I need to mute my mic.
You're saying if it was right about
if you a question, Declared. I ask you a question. Do you think Thomas Tuchel was fired premature, do you think that they had Tuchel could have stayed longer, or he the one that forced the hand?
Both. Because
thank you. I'm done with my questions because I don't think I will ever hear you answer the
I mean,
the way.
I told you.
No, I was about to answer because
let me go in
I
there.
told you.
What does both mean?
No, because they saw no future with it. Yeah.
I can't like Pokey. I think Pokey Doku wants to talk. Pokey, what are you telling me?
No, but what Alex, I was going to say, if Tuchel started winning, right, that would have changed a lot. Yeah.
I think
yes.
I think a wise man once said,
was given a shot.
If my man had wheels, she'd be a transformer.
Tuchel was given a shot, but he forced the hand to get fired.
No wise
my point is,
yes, they did. Gandhi said that.
What you're trying to say that they looking for the coach before the director, it's actually opposite. Because if you agree with me that they willing to give Tuchel a shot, that means that they did not want to hire a new coach before that. You just said that you are upset because they didn't get what's his name, football director before the new coach. You just said that. That's your biggest problem.
No,
well, who are you talking about?
More context.
Hold on. Let me smoke him last time so we can move on. Are you or you not? No. Are you or you not upset about we not getting director before the coach?
What I said was right. No, you're taking it out of context, and you're asking the wrong thing. Because I said what I was upset. That was the problem, which happened the friction right with Tuchel. So that was clear. If we had one then, there probably wouldn't be this problem. Now we can move on that. Right, and I'm not even talking about that. Now, that was a problem, and then ended up with Tuchel going against the board, and he sacked. Okay, now I'm saying, now we could have used one, and now for the long term, in the order I was asking, wouldn't the order be getting a director of football and then advise on a proper manager?
Fire the manager. That's what you're asking.
After the manager.
DOA before we... No manager at Chelsea. You're willing to wait until we find DOA.
Yeah.
Declared.
Listen, if we're going to give him...
was to keep Tuchel.
If that sounds preposterous, we're in it for the long term. For the long term, I wanted. Why did it? Since we were promised a DOF for a long time, right? Why didn't they get this DOF? And the same DOF that advised them, right? And then the manager did what? And it goes proper. Look, I know in Tottenham it happened mid-season, right? with the Juventus one, and then Conte coming. They work together. Something similar. I'm patient enough to wait. I understand that it might have taken a bit more longer
Do you
time.
understand that
But
Chelsea
at least if
doesn't
it's
have
done in
time
that
to
order,
wait for
at
the
least
manager?
I'm in the saying of I would have run it proper for the long term rather than rushed.
Oh my
and
God!
maybe
it's
didn't
the
work out.
same thing.
That's what you're really mad about.
I'm not even
No,
following
It's a
him
long way
anymore.
around.
It's
Why are we
just
going through this journey?
No,
Like,
but the thing is,
like-
why am I
But
getting
that's all I was
slandered?
trying
I'm
to
telling him
say.
that we need to move
But
on.
everyone,
Can we move
but
on?
everyone
Move
misunderstood, mistook
You've been
the
crying
question
for
that
an
I was actually
hour.
the
You've been
concern.
crying for an
I'm
hour.
saying you're
Declare,
upset.
declare.
that
Yeah,
Thomas
because
Tuchel
you guys
is
interrupted and then
Declare,
changed like I was changing something else,
Yeah,
and I'm
no
sitting here trying to defend what I'm actually trying to say and twisted my words. And I've had to say everything so many times. I've had a genuine thing, and you guys didn't want to discuss it. Instead of discussing the point, right?
Bro,
Everyone's just going, "Oh, your butt heard about Tuchel." I wasn't even talking about Tuchel. They didn't even care about Tuchel.
Declare. But even when we give you time to talk
Lord,
clearly,
man.
you are not lucid at all. I don't understand what point you're trying
Yeah,
to
you're
make.
rambling.
You're
not-
rambling.
It's
You're not coherent. It makes no
Right,
sense. Just
Here's
Okay.
another La La Land.
Declare,
Yeah,
give up.
I mean,
give up.
you can go up. You
Declare,
guys
just give
can rip
up.
into the way I've talked
Declare,
and that.
just
Maybe
mute
I'm not
your mic,
illiterate enough.
please.
Whatever, maybe it's
We move on.
Aussie, but
Declare,
all
don't take
I
that.
was
Don't
saying
take that
was
phrase.
that-
never
Declare, do you
give
know
up
how
over
sad
it.
it is that Poco Doku and La La Land are telling you let's move on?
Yo, Poco Joku.
Yeah, because
Bro,
we
he's been
know
crying for
we know
an
what they
hour.
want to talk about.
Alex, he's been crying for an hour.
I know.
What am I
I
crying?
like
I want-
his tears. His tears are salty.
stream is iconic.
No, Lewis,
His tears are too high in sodium.
Lewis.
for me.
We
Can't
had
do
a
all that.
6-hour stream and a 4-hour stream in 2 consecutive days, and this guy is still crying. 10 hours in streams, and this.
What am I crying about? Well, I'm
wait.
asking questions on how our decisions are coming
Hey,
across.
Declare.
Is it a
Can I
concern,
say
or should we
something
just
to you
go?
really quick?
Let's just be positive.
What did you guys take?
Declare. Hold on. Let me say this to Declare. Declare. You tried to get your point across for over the past hour. It's not working.
Yeah.
Whether you're dumb or we're dumb,
You're
it doesn't matter
100% Mayo
anymore. You
because
just have to give up.
because
Just give up.
I
It's
was
okay.
interrupted.
Yo,
every 3
even
seconds.
Mayo's
Everyone's
coming
my
at
point.
you.
Just give up.
Yeah, I know everyone's coming at me, but it's still.
It's
my
okay.
point is,
Declare, I got a question though. Like,
I try to get my
doesn't
point,
matter.
and everyone's asking me random questions, telling me random things.
Oh, sorry.
No questions. No questions.
Right.
No. I really no. It's not a
I'm
question.
telling you.
It's not a question.
Hold on.
Declare, it sounds like
you can.
Hold on.
I know
You've
you
been
guys
talking
can
for like 30 minutes straight, bro.
I know I have.
Yeah, let
I
me
know.
just say something.
And
It
I'm gonna
sounds like
apologize
you're making
too.
up paragraphs, but there's one reason you're really just mad. We sacked the manager and you wanted to
Exactly.
That's all.
That's the problem.
That is the. It's like you're a girl.
That is the problem. That is the problem. And that is what everyone keeps saying, and I'm not. The point I'm making is that I've seen these mistakes before. Especially, I brought up the example. Hold on. No, hold on. Because hold on, Andrew. How am I going to get a point off? This is a problem. Because you guys.
I had to fight.
Bro, you cut me off, and you don't even know what I was going to talk about, right? What I'm talking about, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to say the same thing because no one listened.
Okay, let him go.
No. You know what? I give you guys way more respect than that, and I never cut off like that and mistake your points. All I was just saying was that
have to leave the stream.
This is your
final
final
chance.
my final chance, and I apologize in advance. And the reason I apologize already because people kept sticking to the point that I'm a butthurt or something about Tuchel.
Guys,
it's got nothing about Tuchel.
This is his final chance.
My concern came, and no one addressed it, is that I've seen the Fenway Group do the similar mistakes. I've seen other clubs do similar mistakes, and it took them time to get out of it, right? So I was asking, and my concern is only if Boehly's doing the similar mistakes and he's going to learn on the way, right? Because I wanted some experts and to feel, he's come in and he's making this decision, and my order of things was I would a DOF before the manager. Well, you guys could say something else different than that. That was how I looked at it, and even if that took a while, this is a 5-year plan, yeah? And that's how I was looking at the whole thing.
Everybody thought that Boehly is different than
Yo, bro,
Roman.
what?
Turns out
Point of the message.
Turns out he's the same as Roman. That's it.
Go ahead, Andrew.
He fires the coaches. He doesn't give a fuck about the
Just
life.
say one at a time.
Maybe no, Alex. Maybe the next coach is not.
Hey, Declared, I don't know if it's just because it's Friday, but I didn't understand what you just said.
Oh, no,
I think it's time. It may be me, it may be us, it may be you. I don't know,
after
but I think
after the stream declared.
Yeah,
I
let's
think
just
I know
save
the
it for
reason
another
why.
day.
It's no disrespect,
I
either,
think
bro.
the reason
Like,
why.
guys talking, this guy's tuning out.
I'm pretty sure I was pretty clear on the last one.
No,
if you're gonna
you-
say that,
Bro,
way, you're just
he
having a
cried
go, mate.
for an hour just to say
La
the
La
same
Land,
thing
you
he
shouldn't
said.
be
Why am I crying? I
talking.
brought up
wanna
a point
hear
that
it.
no one. Why is no one talking about the point I made? And instead of
We don't know the
crying?
point, though.
It's
That's the
massage
point.
day today.
We don't know
Just
the
like
point.
massage
Bro,
day.
I should have done a PowerPoint presentation.
Declared, I know what you mean, but these people don't want to listen, so it's better.
No,
we might as well move
it's
on.
bad.
Oh,
It's redundant.
fucking
Oh
hell.
my
It's
god.
redundant. It's redundant. So let's just move on.
Why did you put this guy on
You
here?
got an L.
I at least gave Lou some content time because it was a meeting day.
Right. No, I know. But again, it's redundant that people don't want to listen, so we might as well move on, bro.
Because
you might as well get
I get what you're saying.
understand it, explain it. Because four of us been trying to understand it.
I know, but again, Andrew, that's why I'm saying it's redundant talking about it. Let's move on. A different point. Talk about something else.
You guys, you're half confident. Oh, it's a mistake. The guy's been in the job one day. It's a mistake.
Exactly.
I don't understand. It's like, please, you know what I mean? Stop.
I'll be honest. Listen,
I didn't even say it was a mistake. I questioned it. But it's great to take.
You can collect your flowers if it was a mistake later. You can collect your flowers later.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. That's why.
Don't collect your flowers.
Hey, Lewis, when you want to hear something intelligent,
Declared, I think deep down you just don't want to.
Okay, so
go for a few of the super chats. Dexter says
you're not gonna speak then. Just
well, one sec. Look into why those relationships broke down. Dortmund team bus bombing fallout, plus they were selling his best players. PSG Leonardo, read on why he was fired. Again, there is context for both of those reasons. It doesn't just fall into line with Chelsea as well. Ilya says, "Are you a secret fan? Are you a secret Arsenal fan, Andrew?" Andrew, that one's for you, but I already know your answer.
Fuck off.
Like,
Hey, hold that.
He means quiet.
Chris says maybe if you all shut up and let Declared say his thing, he wouldn't be talking for an hour. You are all grown men. I actually want to hear Declared talk.
He's trolling. He's trolling. That's a troll. He's a troll.
We all wanted Declare to finish his point, but he was mumbling.
Yeah, but no one let him even talk, man.
He was like, "Let me make my point. Let me make my point." After an hour, so you're telling me
you like no.
I'll be honest, Alex.
This is what you've been doing for an hour and a half.
Your agenda towards me.
It's been an hour of just
Go back to talking about the Queen.
Welcome to the. I would rather talk about the Queen. I would actually rather talk about the Queen.
But
why?
There were a few
she don't play for Chelsea. She don't play for anybody anymore.
Neither does Tuchel. Yeah, he's crying about here. He's crying
well,
about
I haven't been here for an hour and a half.
He was crying about it.
Let me we can do that.
He cried. Hold on. He cried about Tuchel sacking for an hour. I would actually rather talk about the Queen. I would rather talk about the Queen.
I was actually talking about.
No, I don't want to hear it. No,
and the decisions making. But you guys haven't left that point.
We can move on from that, guys.
Declare as the final point. There were several points where we actually let you talk for a while, and we still didn't understand. So I think it's okay to.
No, you didn't understand,
and that's fine. That's fine.
I didn't understand.
That's fine. None of us, after several attempts, none of us understood. So just move on. It's okay.
That's
whether
all
it's our fault or it's your fault, it doesn't make sense.
Actually, more than
£100. Launch him.
So would you like to hear me? My take on
Goyam says pedo is gassed. He knows Harry Potter means kid. Thank you, Goyam. Thank you, my friend. Jesters, yes. Bro, what would you like to
talk? So I actually teach a little bit about the subject of relationships, and when a relationship falls apart, and this was a relationship, whatever type of relationship you have, it's usually there's enough blame to go on both sides. This is Tuchel's third relationship that has blown up like this. Actually, you could say fourth. 3 professionally, 1 personally.
That was unnecessary. That was unnecessary.
Can you let him finish?
It's not unnecessary because it goes to his inability to stay long term in relationships.
13 years is a long time.
And that's why no one respects you, La La Land, because you keep interrupting.
So again, it does go to an overarching profile of the person when so many different relationships have broken down. So I would say, for the most part, that I would put the majority of blame on Tuchel. When you have new management come in, you have to bend to their will. You have to work with them. If he didn't do those things, that's 100% on him. Especially when that person's paying you. It's one thing that if you don't return a friend's call or don't work with a friend, okay, they can just get mad at you. If somebody's actually paying you and you won't work with them, or there's conflict, the person paying you always is correct. Why? Because he pays you. That's why they're the correct. So
and the proof is right here. When he donates £100 for tour, Lewis never complains about it. Never. Do you have Lewis complain about Fatur? Any comments?
So I think that they really didn't think of Tuchel being the long-term guy here.
Never.
And they wanted to bring a manager in that's going to be here. Thus, the 5-year contract that they gave Graham Potter. So if they bring in a DOF, they had their first of all, they had a DOF they wanted. He's not going to be a DOF for another year. So they had to move on from that. But Potter is a hot commodity. They had to snatch him up before another big club sacked their manager and took him. So they had 100 days, and they've really gotten rid of almost everybody in the Chelsea organization. That's of anybody that's of a high level. Everybody from the Abramovich era is basically gone. It is going to be a new ownership, a new structure, a new way of doing things. So you can quit saying that of course, if you don't produce, you're going to get fired. You're going to have to understand that. But I think that the hierarchy is thinking is you get Potter with a philosophy and you start building that philosophy throughout the entire project. So he's going to have his guy that does recruitment talk to the new DOF. He's going to be in on the recruitment of the DOF. I think they have somebody already in mind. There's a few names on the short list. And whoever he's worked with before or had good relationships in, then they'll probably bring that person in because it's continuity from top to bottom. And you'll be able to see an overhaul of the team that will allow us to sustain this going forward to where we'll have success in every competition we're in, whether it be Premier League or Carabao Cup or everything in between. So people need to just calm down a little bit and understand that Tuchel was great when he was here. But when you have something traumatic happen in a relationship, like the sanctions and like he had going on in his personal lives, once that traumatic thing happens in that relationship, that relationship never fixes, it never becomes whole again because you've had this traumatic experience, like the sanctions and the owner being gone and not knowing from day to day how things were going to operate. That might have just destroyed the relationship and his willingness to do certain things for the club, or it just means he needed a rest and it was not a good time for him to try to take some time away as much as possible other than coaching. And it just happens. People need to grow up and understand relationships fail all the time. It's usually both parties at fault for it, except for extreme cases. And I now understand that the owners have their head coach in. They'll get their DOF in, and everything will be good to go by January. And just need to calm down a little bit. We just really do.
The one thing I disagree with you on, you were like, what's it called?
I loved how no one interrupted, and it was great.
Because he was actually making a point.
Yeah, he was actually making a point. The one thing
I wish it was just. I wish just so you were here because you answered a lot of what I was saying.
He started again.
And that's why
you're interrupting him again, you fuck.
I actually don't care. No,
yeah.
The one thing, because he interrupted
it's
me.
only when I talk like that.
The one thing I want to say, you said that what's it called? That it was Boehly's plan all along to sack Tuchel. Was like, well, no. The plan was to work with Tuchel Tuchel then was like, he then had enough of Tuchel and then sacked him. He originally wanted, if he didn't want to work with Tuchel, he would stop talking.
I made an error. I made a
a
major error giving the Tuchel sacking as an example. I should have left that out. But what I wanted to talk about the structure of what was getting in.
No, I declared.
Just as said, there is a DOF there.
I'm finished.
That's going to come in a year later, and then that would be great if that happens.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. Though. We had a DOF in mind, which was Mark Edwards. He does not want. He wants a break. The guy at Liverpool, he wants a break. So he would. So that was their first choice.
We're getting in one. Yeah.
We are. We'll have one by January or before January. Even.
Paul Mitchell.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be Paul Mitchell's on the list. There's a couple other people on the list.
That's what I've been wondering. I'm hoping that there is something there between the club already.
Some guys
and a lot of the decisions are made based on him. But if not, is where I had the concern that if it's just out in the open.
I swear, people in the chat.
Yeah,
the Gettysburg.
The DOF is.
You're laughing on your own, lad.
The DOF really needs to be in. Maybe at the end of November, probably during the World Cup, it'll be finalized, so they can get some scouting done before the January window. So expect it to be done. These guys have a way they move. They didn't become billionaires for being stupid and not knowing what they're doing. Okay, billionaires just don't. I mean, there's some people that inherited their money, but if you actually became a billionaire because of something you did, you're not a dumb person. So they know what they're doing. So we just need to put a little faith in the ownership group.
Is Donald Trump is a billionaire?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a dumb person.
That's the dumbest thing you've
He's actually very smart in business.
Listen, even Roman made bad mistakes as well.
Sometimes. So
when it comes to sports, I'm not going to trust someone based on their money.
Well, that's fine. You could not. But what I'm saying is,
you can leave Tuchel then.
Stupid people don't become billionaires. They have some intelligence.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So just understand that these people know what they're doing.
Or impulsive.
They're going to put everybody in place. Look, it's been 100. They've been in charge for 100 days. And they had a hell of a transfer window, whether you think there were Tuchel signings, the board signings, or whoever they were. If I told you at the beginning of the summer...
100 days yet. Has it been 100 days yet?
100 days.
Yeah, 100 days.
100 days.
Wow.
Since they came in.
So if I were to tell you at the beginning of the summer, this is going to be our window, everybody would be like, hell, that's a hell of a window. Right?
I gave it the highest rating, yeah.
No. So if they were doing this by themselves with just minor input from Thomas Tuchel, they have to know a little bit of something about football. The real truth is they had other people that were advising them. They have a metrics guy. That's what we saw about Anthony Gordon. It wasn't a Tuchel pick. It was the metrics guy who said this guy would be good fit in the system.
And it was
so.
Pick.
And I find it funny. All these people that we didn't bring in are now scoring. Anthony Gordon. But I think it was the day after the transfer deadline. He was scoring. Zaha scored.
All I want to know if Quinn could play as a wing back.
No, but the thing is with Tuchel, like the issue with Tuchel was his approach to actually his approach to actually playing football. That was his issue. I have a star, don't mock me, but like you know what I mean. That was his downfall. So that's why I'm happy. That's why I'm happy. That's why I'm happy that he got sacked.
Yeah, but the thing is,
go ahead.
Whoa,
I feel like if Tuchel it's only gonna be for this summer. Like we were in a spot where we needed a DOF, and this was just gonna only be for this summer. I know he didn't like doing that and answering back, but just do it for this summer.
Exactly.
To me, Tuchel came off as a bit arrogant. With the reports I read, it was only going to be for a short time that he had to bend himself a little bit to do what they wanted to do, but he wasn't willing to do it. And they sign your checks. If you want to stay on, you have to do what they ask, kind of. And he wasn't willing to do that. And I don't know why people are trying to defend Tuchel. I like Tuchel and I want him to stay, but you're not prioritizing the communication that they wanted you to prioritize.
Exactly.
You're not human. Like when they come and they try to bounce ideas off you, ask you questions, you almost seem like you're not willing to stoop to their level and talk. You just want to do what you want to do. And on top of that, you're not bringing in the results either. So what kind of leg do you have to stand on from their perspective? Of course, I think. I agree with you, but I think from a different angle. I think that they already when they took over, they wanted to clear the house and they want to bring the
exactly.
they
I
wanted
know.
to bring the pieces, and Tuchel was the last one, and I think they were willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I think they already planned to replace him. But I think they wanted to work with him and see, okay, maybe you can be the guy. But he didn't give them anything to work with, and they're like, okay, we already have someone in mind. You can leave.
Yeah, but
all La La Land said in the first 5 minutes is, yeah. That's
No, because people are talking.
Yeah,
but anyway,
that's
but no,
what I
I
said.
agree. But that's the thing. But like, I
Yeah,
just think in terms
that's
of
what I
like
said.
football reasons, I just disagree.
That's what I said.
I just disagree. Why you?
Yeah,
I just
that's
disagree
what I
with
said.
mid-season
Yeah.
sackings
No,
in general
no.
because it's tumultuous.
Yeah,
but
that's what
but
I
I
said.
think, if we were
Thomas,
gonna
leave
do
my
it,
5 head alone.
but if we were gonna do it in any way, I'm happy we did it. I'm
that's
happy
what I
we
said.
did it this way.
Yeah, that's the no.
I'm happy we did it this way.
Yeah.
Hey,
The more the story, Tuchel wasn't their guy, man.
That's it.
Look
Yeah,
at
exactly.
that.
Wait. Before we go any further, I do have to go through a few more super chats, guys. Ilias says, "Can you show us your Arsenal shirts, Andrew?"
Can you show us your Spurs shirt, Ilias?
T1 says Brighton going to be to Chelsea what Southampton is to Liverpool. There's some decent talents there, I wouldn't mind.
Maybe.
Big up the Real Milkman with the donation, and another one saying Lalana lands. Love that. Dark says when your boss says jump, you say hi, how high, and you do it. That's just the harsh reality. Tuchel wasn't their guy. This was the end of the Roman Empire. I just thought if it got to that point, they should have just got rid of him before the season started.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
We're here.
They tried to give him a chance.
Yeah. No, but it's like don't sack him off for 7 games.
Exactly. If you're gonna give him a chance, give him a chance. Don't like go like half-half.
I think they wanted to. They really they saw how he handled it during our sanctions. They wanted to build a team around him and all that, but the relationship just fell through.
Isn't just about his stuff on the pitch. Guys.
Exactly.
It's everything.
Tuchel did
The
everything.
only thing on the pitch was
everything,
it's expedited the decision.
I
they made a long
guarantee.
time
I
ago.
guarantee you, if Tuchel was their guy, the form he would have still been here. That loss wouldn't have mattered. Like it would have been later that they sacked him, but they would have been willing to work.
It's what
big up Sinaf as well, saying
They
big up to
probably
the
wanted him at the
panel. And yeah, hope Chelsea play well this season too. Big up yourself, my guy.
But anyway, so who's down for the Kepa remontada? That's what I want to know.
As long as Kepa is, Kepa has to be.
Who's down for the Kepa remontada? Just I know you want a bit of that. Kepa remontada, come on.
I just want to go keep that doesn't get beat at his front post and can kick a ball.
Well, Kepa is your guy. Kepa is your guy. So
I didn't say
front post as well.
I actually didn't say a name.
Yeah.
But that's
He said
okay. If you want to
Sanchez.
take it as Kepa's my guy, okay, then that's you.
based on your description,
right? Just
Durascope's got to fill in.
I do actually
shoes
like
ones out here.
Sanchez, but I don't think we'll go get him. I think that Gaga's going to come in, and he's going to be the future goalkeeper at Chelsea. So it's time to go.
Oh, is that Selena guy? The Selena?
Yeah.
He still looks hella raw. I think another loan would do him some good. But yeah, no. I'm just talking between Kepa and Mendy.
It's not
Kepa,
like
Kepa would be more of your
our
guy.
2 goalies are shit anyway. Oh, look.
Again, I want to be clear on this. As long as you can kick the ball accurately and not get beat at your near post, I'm good with you.
Or with long shots.
Well, he saved a long shot in the last game, by the way.
Sweep too, sweeping off your
No,
line.
but to be fair, I'm done with Mendy. I'm actually done with Mendy
in
as
your
well, to be honest.
box, commanding your box. There's so much.
Arturo, are you done with your dissertation?
I don't.
You done?
Subscribe to this because you don't know.
You
that
done with
for a
your
fact.
dissertation?
Who are you
Well, can I
talking
just
to?
say that before Tuchel came in,
Congratulations.
everyone thought he was going
Thanks,
to do something
man.
different, and he stuck to a back 3. We have no idea what Potter's going to do. This is a new thing coming in. We can only guess. We had different ideas about Tuchel when he came in, and he stuck to a back 3 all the way through. So we have no idea what he's looking at. Okay.
We at least have
He's gonna
an
play
actual
3-5-2.
DM on the team.
But don't be surprised if he does things differently. Then remember, it's going from Brighton to Chelsea.
I mean,
It's
we can
different
make
pressure.
an educated guess.
Well,
On like
people made educated guesses about Tuchel and they got it wrong. Played 3 at the back.
So
and continued.
getting stuff wrong is
I don't
part
think
of it.
anyone
Like,
could
I
guess
don't
what
get it.
Tuchel did.
I know you're used to that on most streams, so it's fine.
But-
No, I get most things right actually. But
no,
it's
you
moving on.
don't.
I do.
He won't play a one set formation all the time. I think that he will switch between a 3 and a 4 depending on who we are playing. We actually have a DM in the team now, which we haven't had for 2 years at least, if not more.
Big up this.
So Zakaria is a drop-in DM. You can use him almost as a third center back when he does that to build up play. But it's up to the coach to see if who fits his system and how he likes to play a back 4 to a back 3. Yep. It depends on how he likes everybody to play and if he has the players who fit that type of roles. If not, you probably think he would modify things a bit to get the best out of the players we have here. So, and there's a lot of players who have dropped off form. Some of them you can't talk about because it's not allowed.
That's to get the shit out. I need to get the shit.
Well, our star boy is only a falling star. He ain't no shooting star. You've got to find a way either to rehabilitate him in a position that suits him, which is an 8, or he's got to ride pine because you can't continue.
He's not. I'm gonna tell you, he's not.
I think Mount will look better on the Potter than I think he would have done on the Tuchel.
I will judge how we'll look in about 3 months because the new manager bump is gonna be happening no matter what. My question is for the whole freaking thing is people are gonna be so freaking upset when we're gonna see the same situation because if you think that we played players out of position, wait until Harry Potter comes in. Because he's the king of playing players out of positions.
Who does he play out of position?
Everybody in his team.
He plays like
he had the CDM as one of the offensive players played central midfielder before.
Well, Pascal Gross.
Let's play.
He always changes.
He's made McAllister, who's like I don't even know. I think he used to be a offensive type player. Dropped him into like the 6th position.
Trossard play wing back as well.
Trossard
people
wing back.
Just don't understand how closely actually they are between each other.
The Tuchel and Potter are very similar.
Shut the fuck up and let me finish.
I'm agreeing with you. I don't know why you're shouting. I'm agreeing.
I don't need you to agree with me.
Yeah, just keep riding my dick, you bitch. Keep going.
Let's not do
how somebody can ride your dick if you're a virgin, man? The only riding thing your dick can be is your own hands.
Man,
I don't engage in those activities. I don't engage in those activities.
But really, Thomas Tuchel and Harry Potter are actually really close as managers. They use the same thing. They like to play packed midfield, which I like. The only thing I like about Harry Potter style better, he's not afraid to go forward and get how you say it, afraid of a transition back. That's what I like. That's it.
It's funny. It's almost like saying the same things I've been saying.
Yeah, look, it's a safe assumption that he's going to play. He's not going to change it up as much.
Yes, he's a little bit faster and more direct.
Yeah, if later on he might do it, but I mean, there's not enough time now to just change it all up.
There actually is time now that we have games canceled. You don't need that. You act like this is rocket science or something. It's not. It's not like you're doing trigonometry or something.
24 hours.
So he's got 5 days. He can play. He can come up with any system he wants to in that 5 days, as long as he has the players to play it. So I don't know what system he's going to play. I don't know how he's going to ask players to play until we see it with this group of players. Because what he did at Brighton is not necessarily what he's going to do here, because he had a deficiency in talent at Brighton and he doesn't here. So but you're not going to.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that either. It's the execution of the plan that actually carry. Doesn't matter what kind of player there's. If you have a plan, it doesn't not necessarily means that if you have a better players, the plan can succeed, because the plan is for 11 players, not for individual talent.
Yes,
so when you prepare the team, you prepare 11 players for the specific situation. And again, another thing Potter is actually really close to Thomas Tuchel is he's adaptable for the game-to-game basis. He's not one system for all.
Tuchel wasn't. Tuchel wasn't. What are you talking about? Tuchel was an adaptable game.
Sometimes.
No. Tuchel, no. Look,
no.
Here's the thing. Here's the reason why he actually got fired.
Yes.
Here's the reason why he actually got fired. You know the reason why, you can see the manager that on the last breath, when he puts the same things that he trusts and doesn't improve, that's what happened.
Yeah,
he was in a sinking ship I could see he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
In the
beginning, in the beginning, he made changes at the halftime.
Yes.
And you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the Tuchel I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the Tuchel that got fired.
In the beginning of this, nothing. Yeah.
It's like nothing exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point.
But very reactive, sometimes not proactive.
Exactly. This can explain our summer transfer window, though. Because everybody was saying, Tuchel said he doesn't need a center midfielder. Maybe the management upstairs is going, our midfielders are getting destroyed without Conte there for the last few games. And Tuchel was saying, well, I'm fine with my midfielders. So this is one of the things. This is one of the things that again that you can see the difference between the board and Tuchel and how they were not communicating, because Tuchel was saying my midfield's fine. The board was looking at it going, oh no, we got to bring in a midfielder. And that's why one was brought in so late, probably, is that they finally said no.
Subs in 80 minutes. That's exactly what
there
I
was
was
that
saying.
source that came out after the Southampton game saying that the board realised Jorginho was struggling without Kante.
We all saw that.
So you could say that with Jules Koundé too. Maybe we were ready to move forward on Koundé, and they were trying to get an answer from Tuchel. Do you want this guy? Is this the guy you want? And Tuchel, because they said that he wasn't getting back with them right away. It was like 24 hours later.
Did you see what he posted? Koundé?
I think it was fake. It was fake.
Oh, you think that's fake?
That was definitely
fake. Also after he's not joined us, Savić.
It was the same picture from like a year ago.
But if
they just
I'm
changed.
not on Twitter. I don't know. I see shit. I think it happened right now.
Hey, what didn't add up?
Wow, that's very
some of those
dangerous,
reports.
I know. I mean, this is how I look. If people look, see,
in some of those reports, in some of those reports were saying that Tuchel wanted De Ligt and Frankie De Jong. I mean, if that was the case with Frankie De Jong, why wasn't a midfield a priority?
Because
that's where I have to dismiss that report. But I'm saying if we it's come from the same place from where all the other reports have come from.
The report is not a fake. Report is actually
it was the Athletic,
right,
wasn't
it? No, you're saying that it's not correct. It's actually correct. Thomas Tuchel wanted Frankie De Jong. It's not about freaking what Thomas Tuchel wanted. It's about what Frankie De Jong wanted.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm not saying about Frankie De Jong. I'm saying if that was the case and he came out and he said we don't need a midfielder, but obviously he wanted a midfielder, and did we do what Man United did and try hang everything on Frankie De Jong coming in, and that was a bad idea because that's what.
Yeah, that's kind of what we did. We were going declared. We
and
were
then
going
by last second.
Declared for the whole we always went through the whole summer. We were going for names the whole summer. We weren't going for profiles. It was just names. So what? And so that is true. But
no, it isn't.
Okay. Well, you can believe it. For the whole summer, I know what I saw. We were going for names the whole transfer window, and especially in the early aspects of the transfer window. So if it wasn't Frankie De Jong, it clearly wasn't going to be anybody else.
Okay, well, let me debunk a couple of things real quick.
But we did that, yeah.
We
didn't get the league. We went for another guy, yeah. Sorry, just okay.
Yeah,
there was names that Tuchel wanted that included Rafinha, De Ligt. There's a few other, probably Frankie De Jong.
Yeah,
and
that were the three names that were.
But he didn't want to try to recruit them. He didn't do anything to try to recruit them at all.
Like on a personal level, he didn't call them.
He didn't call them. He didn't woo them. He didn't say, "Hey, come play with me."
I remember. I said like that. Declared cooked me.
None of that stuff.
I thought they said that's what he wanted to do, and Boehly wanted to do it a different way, where they wanted to.
No, it's opposite. They literally want him to make a personal call to them to like give us a hint. I don't know if it's true about Leao situation or not true. I'm not gonna say. I don't think anybody knows. But that's what I'm saying. That Tuchel I can see the Tuchel in this summer. If the reports are true, I can see the Tuchel that was in PSG.
Yeah.
That's the Tuchel I remember from PSG.
Yeah, and it was just he was done with Chelsea. I think all of the things going on, the marriage,
I think
falling
he was
apart.
I don't think he was done. Just
I do.
No. I think for the ownership, yeah, he was done. I don't think Tuchel knew that Tuchel wanted to be done.
Well, one thing you do want to do when you don't want to get out of a relationship, but you can't stay in the relationship, is self-sabotage. So he said, so if he reverted to things that had got him fired before, he self-sabotaged himself to get out of Chelsea. Now that might have not been foremost in his mind. It could have been something that was in the back of his mind. I got to get out of here, and so.
Plus, most relationships don't get you £10 million as well.
Yeah. Well, no, it depends who you're married to, because there is alimony.
Jester, do you mean his,
it would have been self-sabotage if he wanted out, but he's repeating the same thing.
You mean it's subconscious?
It's just Tuchel.
I'm sorry, I didn't see Prime.
Sorry, what I'm saying, if it was self-sabotage, that means like he knew what he was doing. But because he's repeating the same behavior, we can just almost say this is what he's like. And he's hard to work with, rather than
they did when he was get out of PSG. That's exactly what they said, that he's hard to work with.
Yeah, so
and there is another person at Dortmund said
same thing.
Yeah, said that he's really, really hard person to work with.
Yeah. Let me address this real quick. Santiago, I've been divorced twice. That's why I know what I'm talking about.
Damn, Jester.
I've been there, done that, and they took my T-shirt.
Signed the checks.
So when I know how
when you get married third time,
south, I'm an expert in it. Okay?
When you get married third time,
there won't be a third time.
You learn your lesson.
Yeah. I'm not.
It doesn't involve you, dildo scope. You're still virgin. You don't know what that is.
What's your issue? I was silent. You are obsessed with me. You are a weirdo. You're a fucking weirdo. You are a fucking weirdo. You square-headed twat. You are obsessed. You are a loser.
Right.
A fucking loser.
Not for me. No, there won't be a third time.
And I don't want to get married anyway, so fuck you.
Right.
So, I don't really...
Goldbridge's left toe says, I'm from Chicago. I personally wouldn't let that disrespect slide.
Don't you?
Just saying you'll get the clap.
Don't you think I'm going to let you disrespect my dick later, man? I'm not going to get you. I'll get you later, Dick. I'll get you later. I'm going to do. You're not going to disrespect my friend, man.
What are you on about?
Back to it too. Oh, that's mad. But what other players do you guys think might make Potter's starting 11 then, or who you might think might thrive on the two?
Well, it depends on what formation we're going to play to decide who's going to be on the pitch. Yeah, okay, you can always you can say that Reece James is going to start, right? We know that.
Yeah.
Fofana will probably start. One of Thiago Silva or Koulibaly is going to start if we play back three. To be all three of them. If not, it'll be one of the other.
Cucurella will start.
Cucurella or Chilwell. Look, Chilwell brings something different than Cucurella in that position. He's more direct.
He starts Cucurella just because he knows how Potter wants to play.
Wing back / left back.
Yeah, left. And he could probably do Cucurella left centre back and Chilwell left wing back.
No, I think that you.
But you can do that.
You can.
I think
I would like to see.
Already.
I would like to see Cucurella sit in a pivot next to Zakaria if you're going to play a pivot, because
that's some fucking. I never thought I'd come to hear.
Cucurella and Zakaria in a pivot.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's hear this. I want to hear
this. Because if you watch Cucurella play, he can beat the press. He can pick out a pass, and he's left-footed from that side. If you played him,
beat the press.
I don't know about that.
You don't think he can pick a pass out?
Well, he's going to have
he can put the pass out. I don't think he can beat the press.
You know, he can beat the press.
Sure, he can.
And it doesn't matter what foot you are in that.
Yeah, but you can't play Kovacic every minute of every game. We've already seen that.
I think we're missing on the younger kid from Aston Villa.
I never thought of that, but.
Chester, I don't think Cucurella can play when he's back in. When he's back
it's not an idea. It's a shot in the dark. I think the more chances of that is Aston Villa midfielder, Chester. What's his name? Chukwuemeka.
When you're
Chukwuemeka can be actually the one that actually
Yes,
plays deep.
But I'm just trying to think how it would work.
Chester, when you're facing your own
it's a
goal,
simple thing
receiving
like
the
a
ball,
defender
it's
in the
completely
midfield.
different.
That's how it's easy.
But he wouldn't look. First of all, he would play the Kovacic role,
outside the box,
not the Jorginho role. So you would have Zakaria there for the build-up play. But if you give him the ball in space, he's very good at it. That's what he does well on the wing.
But if he's playing that position, there's no guarantee he's always going to be in space. Sometimes he's going to.
There's never any guarantee. But
Jester, there's a big difference space in the middle of the park and the wing.
I think Jester, I think it's always a shout. But why would you do that if we literally have a better players playing in that?
The only better player you would have would be
too many
Kovacic.
players to play. Yeah, we got
only
too many
player
players that can do the Kovacic role.
I don't understand. Hold on a second. I don't understand why you think the only player is the Kovacic. Why?
Well, the only player that I would classify as better than Cucurella in a double pivot, especially when you're playing a back three, would be Kovacic. Conte, defensively good, offensively limited. Jorginho, his athletic, he's just done. And he's got to play further forward to get anything from him now. And that's where he should be played. He should be played further forward in the pitch, not as the holding guy, because he's vulnerable there now. And he's too slow in the build-up play. Whereas,
can I ask you a question then?
Sure.
If Tuchel is better going forward than Cucurella, and Cucurella better defending wingback than Tuchel, how you think the Cucurella is good going forward, passing ability, any other ways?
Well, just the way he plays and the passes he makes, he would be good. Not to say they would do it, but I would say that on our team, if you're looking at somebody to play in a pivot and Kovacic needs to be rest, I would put Cucurella there before I would put Gallagher, Mount, Jorginho. Maybe Ruben would be a shout, but even Ruben.
Cucurella beside what's the
Zakaria.
Zakaria. Let me tell you, I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
Why are we
if it is, there's actually a couple of players that better than that, which include Robin Loftus-Cheek is better than Cucurella there. As bad as he is over there, he is better than Cucurella. What's his name? Chukwuemeka, even though I don't see it, I saw him at Villa. He can do it better than Cucurella. Even Chalobah can do it better.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think Cucurella actually ever played DM. I tell you what, even Reece James has played in the DM before.
Wait. Huh?
Reece James was playing in DM and that double pivot before. Cucurella never did it.
Yeah,
I didn't say he did. All I'm saying is you can.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it's. I don't know why you think it will work.
Hey, Flawless, they think this is your FIFA Ultimate Team, man. That's the problem.
I can't speak on Jorginho right now.
But here's the thing. Like, just normally,
trying to trigger.
Just normally, your fullback. What are you on about? Just normally, when you're progressing the ball into midfield, just normally your wing backs will invert into midfield. Anyway, that's what you see. Not anyway, but that's what you see with Man City, where you see Cancelo playing sometimes in left centre mid position or somewhat. Like, just your midfielders will go into those positions when you're in possession. But like when you're out of possession, I don't think you want Cucurella in midfield. I don't think that helps anybody.
But that's kind of a bit unique. Not unique, but that's kind of how Pep plays.
Big up, Flawless.
Wingbacks.
Stop. Just stop, Fato. Just stop.
Hey, yo.
Hey, pray.
I just killed this whole vibe.
So, again, I don't know what system we're going to go into play.
Yeah,
we can have conversations about that.
3-5-2.
Who's going to play? I will hope that we actually do have a meritocracy this time, and people who are playing like crap ride pine. Because there's a few players.
Mount.
You can look. Mount has been terrible this season, so I'm not about the players got the.
Could be the reason why Tuchel got fired.
But if you were to point to one player who's had such a downturn from one year to the next, There's only one player on. No, he didn't play.
Yeah.
You had to have somebody who actually plays minutes on the pitch.
Triggered you.
He was already.
No, but he doesn't play. You can't blame somebody who doesn't play. You can blame somebody who's got
responding
400
to the
minutes.
hashtag free Pulisic.
Okay.
Free Pulisic. Free him out of this club, man.
So you didn't hear about that, Jester? It was trending. Free Pulisic from national U.S. national man team. We put hashtag, I think, and there's a lot of commentators.
Well, why do you think I didn't want Pulisic at the team this year? Because I'm more. No, I knew Tuchel
Vayas,
wouldn't play him.
That's one player I say
at the championship
Tuchel
league. Vayas,
like
at the championship league, the guys that in studio was asking the girl in the studio was asking Carragher, what's his name, that American that used to play for Spurs and the Fulham,
Dempsey.
Yeah, about the hashtag free Pulisic and see if the new coach is gonna play Pulisic better and more time. And I like to hear Henry like free Pulisic hashtag. Why would you say hashtag free Pulisic? What about hashtag prove yourself?
Bro, that Dempsey had all the facts in that interview. Bro, that Dempsey even picked the guys want to pick a dark horse, and he picked Tottenham to win the Champions League.
Yeah, that was.
He had Henry character just burst out laughing.
Bro, if Tottenham win the Champions League, we're all going into hiding.
Tottenham's not going to do it. Look, Tottenham.
We're going into hiding. We all have to go into hiding.
You don't have to worry about that.
We still
Conte
have two
is
championship
terrible
leagues.
in Europe.
Exactly.
I
can count.
If Tottenham do what?
If Tottenham win the Champions League,
congratulations! They graduated from the kiddie table. We still have.
I mean, it would be nice if
it's Arsenal.
Arsenal fans are the ones that are gonna be taking a
Arsenal won the European trophy before you lot did. Nah, they have.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
I don't want to see Tottenham even win them. I don't want to see them win anything. Nothing.
You don't have to worry about it. Conte's their manager. The most overrated manager in the world.
He's not overrated.
Yes, he is.
He's not overrated.
Ask your boy Peter to
What's he done in Europe? What's he done in cups?
Okay.
He's never won a double. In any
wow. He's a better manager.
Did he never win one at Juve?
No.
I thought he won like a treble or something there.
They went back.
Well, Lewis.
I thought he won that inside, didn't he? A double?
No.
The league and the cup?
No.
He's better.
Didn't he? Because I swear they won. Yeah, they beat Inter AC Milan the final once. Ericsson free kick.
No, that was Juve they beat in the final, and that was when they won the Coppa Italia. It wasn't a double. It wasn't a league and cup double.
Oh, what? So the Coppa Italia don't count?
No.
They're
It
separate.
wasn't.
They're different
No.
years.
The Coppa Italia is basically like the FA Cup. He didn't win it
separate
the
years.
same season.
They didn't win it together. They won it separate.
Separate years.
No,
It wasn't the same season.
That's what we're talking about. The cup and the league.
Okay. They won the.
Well,
same
it wasn't the same season. That's what
They won the same season. He's never done a double.
Yeah, he hasn't.
He's never done anything in Europe.
Mad.
It doesn't make
And
him
even
an overrated coach. He also won
I
the
know.
league like 90
his-
plus points.
Oh, but even
He
his
has won
league
the
title
league in
wins are
every season
dubious.
except two, though.
No, but Lewis, even his league title wins are a bit dubious. But
He won the Premier League with 90 plus points, but he's overrated. Got you.
Yeah, but he won with the same team that won the league before.
And
he
they
had
didn't have
one
Champions
game a
League football
season,
that year.
one game a week.
The team that just finished 10th. Am I right?
Yeah, and it's the same team that won the Premier League before
but
that.
we won the title the year before that. We finished 10th.
2 years before.
Yeah,
And we only
played
played
one
one
game a week.
But it doesn't matter to accumulate 90.
It does.
Plus
It does matter.
Doesn't matter.
Kind of does.
No. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny because when you're talking about Arsenal chances of winning the league, every fucking Chelsea fan comes over here and say, "Oh, let's see how you do. Choose the games a week." But when we won the freaking league, it didn't count.
I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm just saying. He won the league with 90
We're talking
points.
with Dildo XL. What do you expect?
Yeah, but that was with no
I
competition.
know.
But it doesn't.
I actually
take
heard
away-
the words from him this time, not like
it doesn't-
usual.
Listen. It doesn't take away. It doesn't take away from the achievement to get 90 plus points and reach the FA Cup final. And then you lost it, but still, that deserves some
Does
credibility.
it take away? No, because the league title is still a league title. However, you can't compare it to anything Jose's done or Pep or
Oh, he
Fergie.
won the FA Cup with Chelsea. He won a double.
No, he didn't win. Conte didn't win the double. He won the FA Cup the year after. He reached the final in consecutive years. Yeah, so you're
almost sabotaged it too. I remember that motherfucker. He sabotaged that freaking thing too.
Yes, he did.
Diego Costa. Alex, that's how we won the court case as well because of that FA Cup.
Yeah. The cunt. Can't stand the fucker.
No, Conte.
One of our
wait, Andrew, didn't he win like 2 Serie A's with Juve because of he wasn't in Europe or something?
Because of the.
Well, no, I don't. Well,
they bribed the referees.
I don't think he ever went past the group stage with you.
Yeah, he never. He went. Look at the. He finished bottom of that Inter Milan team one year.
Yeah. Andrew, that was the year that they won the Serie A and they got praised for doing it. They finished bottom of their group.
Yeah.
So with a tougher group than he has now at Spurs.
Yeah.
And you know what pisses me off? People saying that Tuchel plays ugly football. I swear, man, I hated Conte. Conte's football, man, I couldn't stand it.
Well, Conte's football relied upon Hazard, Costa, and like
you know who it was, Alex? It's who played in the pivot. He always had 2 defensive players in the pivot at times, and it was
same system he's played at every team he's ever
do you remember, Alex? You remember when we played Man City and we were 1-0 down in Conte's first season?
That was horrendous.
And KDB should have made it 2. He hit the post or something before half time. And we only won that second half because of moments of individual brilliance.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And that's the last time I saw Chelsea win score a goal on a counter attack.
Criminal. Bro, that PSG.
Conte is still nothing to fucking another Italian. Sarri. Sarri is the worst man to watch. Sarri was the worst to watch. Like, especially on TV, it was the worst. Do not fucking put fuck on you.
You know, his Lazio team is top of the league.
Yo, you really think Sarri?
Atlanta.
The minute I was talking about Sarri, I saw Lewis like.
I think they're second in Serie A right now. Lazio is.
You think Sarri was worse to watch than Conte?
Yeah, for me it was.
Why?
No, second season Conte was just as bad.
No, for me to watch, because guys, it's a personal opinion. I just hate tiki-taka. I hate that midfield pass and short passes without going anywhere before you go somewhere. And please tell me, if it wasn't for Eden Hazard still at that team, that sorry, sorry, man, we ain't winning shit. We ain't getting top 4 shit.
Alex, I think that goes for a lot of managers as well.
Conte in the second season.
Well, no, Conte had Fabregas, Conte had Diego Costa.
Fabregas' legs were done. Second season.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm going to say, Alex.
How many passes those soft
how
many passes those soft legs give to Costa to score?
Later
second season.
All-American.
Second season too.
He wasn't there the second season.
Oh yeah, fucker.
Yeah, I'll be back today. Later on today.
Playing Bakayoko and
FC later tonight.
No, Sir Tim Averno, I do not love Stoke Ball. That's not what I like.
Less, bro. But Hazard in 17-18 created 88 chances and had 4 assists and was let down by the people around him. You could say Sarri got the best out of Eden Hazard based off his numbers and his performance as well. It could go either way. But both teams had an over-reliance on Hazard. Both of them did.
Even Conte's first season, the football still stunk with better players.
Yeah.
For me,
I thought Sarri would have had a better second season and it probably would have been more flowing.
If people, for me, I'm a pragmatic, and this is why I like Tuchel because I'm a more pragmatic fan. I like the midfield strong, what we had in the beginning with Tuchel, even with fucking Jorginho in it. We still have the slow. The reason why I didn't like it was the slowness. The build-up is fine. My thing is the way I like to play is the way when we had, what's his name, Kante and Matic. That kind of midfield I like. Not the hoover ball forward and chase it. That's not what I'm talking about. I like what's his name, Ballack. When Ballack and Lampard in it, you can see you cannot bully their team. You people think that they had the command on Chelsea. No, they didn't. They only think that they had the dominance on Chelsea, but and truly they didn't. For me, the best midfield was Chelsea ever had was Matic and Conte. That's number one. And this before that, it was when Ballack in it, when Essien is in it, when Mikel is in it. That's the best midfield Chelsea ever had.
I hated it when it was Matic and Kante. You saw nothing happening.
I know.
No. Goal.
No.
First half of the season, Matic was good. The second half, he just dipped.
No, but when he played that combo, it was just give it to Hazard. I hope something happened because those two defensively were so good, but in terms of attacking, nothing.
You know why? I think you saying that because we always had a good midfield, but not a good forward line. We had the good forward line, but not the good midfield. It was never the same thing since Mourinho left and since Ancelotti. Years of Didier Drogba, you always had a good forward line, and you always have a strong midfield. You have brilliant of defense. This is the last time we had the team is there.
Balance.
The team balance. After that, we had the fucking people. I can't even not name them how bad they are. Hazard. Can you imagine Hazard in that midfield with what's his name? With
Essien, Ballack.
Essien and on the left of Didier Drogba.
We win everything in that sport.
You see what I'm saying? Like in Anelka and Didier Drogba, Hazard, and the fucking Lampard that scored 20 goals a season. That will be fucking mad.
We will be cooking.
Not just that. Those players improve Hazard's mentality as well.
No, because he's actually Joe Cole. He's actually Robin. That's how we looked at him, those players. And that's why we win for Hazard, because he was there. But we moved away from that kind of structure of football. And we've hired AVB. That's when we we need to look.
Get him to get rid of the old guard while they were still there.
Yeah. And this is always happens. Look, if you want to get rid of the old guard, you have to have authority. Somebody with authority to get rid of those.
And then
you're not gonna bring a guy that does not.
There was no
you're not
way
gonna bring the guy that does not have experience and actually younger than the guy that plays.
But it's like the old guard he was trying to remove. He's trying to move Terry.
Yeah.
Terry.
No,
bro.
not only Terry. He benched Lampard, Terry, Cole, and Drogba in the same game. You just asked to be raped in that ground.
Oh my gosh, this stream is.
Lewis, you're not making money from
such a great point up until the end.
You're not making money from the stream,
Alex.
Lewis,
better choice.
you're not making money from the stream.
My English is limited. Whatever hits in my head, it goes out.
Good Lord.
And this is why I have high hopes for Harry Potter.
What's going on?
Because he's a pragmatic manager, but he's more direct.
Potter, just go back to mute. Go back to mute, Potter.
Oh, Potter, go back to the
sleep,
DM.
man. Go back to sleep,
No
bro.
football.
What the heck? Because I heard something snoring.
It is football. There is a Bundesliga, there's La Liga, there's college football back. Yeah, baby. Already set up the TV outside. We're cooking.
And Friday night SmackDown.
No one cares. No one cares.
La La Land. La La Land.
That's
Yeah, I actually don't think there's any news today. Still trying to go.
What an ending.
It is. Anyway.
I mean, we managed to find a 2-hour stream out of literally
Yeah,
nothing,
bro,
so
this stream has been unbelievable, and
we can thank Declared for that. We can thank Declared for that, for the monologue.
Yeah, Declared. That was an unbelievable dialogue. Even though I'm not really sure.
Give the likes
in the chat.
I'm actually surprised he didn't get booted off.
Well, I swear down.
Do you think anybody gonna get booed up at the stadium?
Heritage tag.
Anyone gonna get what?
I hope not.
Anybody gonna get booed at the stadium?
A few players, I think, will. I could see
Do you
Ziyech,
think-
Pulisic, Jorginho.
Oh no, they're not gonna.
I think the break is actually. Do you think the break is actually good? Like it's settled
Yes,
down.
yes,
For him,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
For Harry Potter,
For
yes.
entertainment, no.
No, not for Potter. For the fans to if they were gonna vent their frustrations in the
Like
stadium.
you are, I don't think anything fixes you.
Yes. In that
No,
regard,
no
yes.
way.
Declared, I
yes,
don't think
but-
anything fixes you.
Hey, you're using English as your excuse before, but you have no problem mispronouncing my name.
Yeah.
You have a great command of English.
Huh?
There.
Is that what? And you correcting people?
It's convenient.
Yeah, no, but-
It's convenient.
Yeah, he does it when it's
That's what it is.
convenient. He's a hypocrite.
Convenient
Anyway.
English, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, declared him mispronouncing your name fits in line with him.
No. I think it was Xavi. It was, no. It was Xavi. Xavi who said declare.
Yeah, we're
and then
still
Alex
mourning the
handled
team,
it.
Thomas Tuchel.
Declared is still mourning, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Declared. I'll send you
no.
four. There's a levels to the
10-hour stream. A
There's
10-hour
denial.
stream. I still needed to cry.
Listen, the only thing, just like everyone else, I was shocked and we questioned the decision, and I'm like,
Yeah,
all
I
right, we
think
move
shock
forward.
was part of it.
But I'm wondering. I just wanted
Seven
to know
stages
who's
of
right.
grief, guys.
Stages
Stages
of
of
grief.
I think shock, then denial, then like.
Hey, you guys kept saying that was my excuse, which was
It's fine,
why I
guys.
kept going
Just
because it wasn't.
Give Declared some time. He's just running through the stages.
Acceptance will happen soon, guys.
What?
Acceptance will happen soon.
You know what's funny too? Because I knew it was, I kind of felt it was going to happen, so I started with, look, I'm excited about Potter. I understand his frustration.
Yeah.
I did start with that, but that went through your head. You missed that one.
I found it. I found it for you. I found it for you. Declared. It's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, final acceptance.
Recycle. You trying to say you're going to
Bro,
bro?
I wouldn't even go through that. I had zero influence, and I just questioned.
No, I think he has anger. I think.
No, Declared. He's still in denial.
Only anger. He's still only on the first stage.
He's spending too much time in denial.
No,
It's funny because people were really upset. Because it's funny because the stream we did before he actually got sacked, we asked the panel who's Tuchel out, and I said yes. And then the day after when it got announced, people were attacking me. Like, and you got what you wanted. I hope you're happy. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I had an opinion and it came to light. Like, why are you attacking me?
Lewis was Tuchel out.
Huh?
What?
Dual scope. I think you just like being like the enemy.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, that same day, I was the one who said I was Tuchel out. But I'm not over here like, oh yeah, all these people.
No. But people were literally. You never said
it's a coincidence.
I genuinely said.
Always a victim. It's never your fault.
Never your fault.
Wait, are you literally Tuchel out?
Wait,
does the guy knows that he's talking to himself? Nobody's listening to it.
I don't care. I'm gonna say it for the record. People attacking
Lewis
me.
literally asked me to jump on the stream because I said I was too loud.
It's funny, dude. It's funny. Dual right now is doing what he blames.
I can only talk about myself. If you can say it for yourself as well. I don't remember. Obviously, I wasn't there, so you can say it for yourself. I wasn't there for that. So
it was just a coincidence. It doesn't matter.
Fucking annoying.
Alex, how's my dick taste? How's my dick taste? How's my dick taste, bro? You've been on it all stream. How's it taste?
I don't know. You should ask yourself.
You've been sucking my dick all stream. How's it taste?
You're the only one that tasted it. You're the only one that tasted it.
Now tell me, you've been sucking my dick all stream. How's it taste?
You're the one that tasted it.
Don't lie.
Dick on stream, please.
Fucking weirdo.
I don't think anybody tasted. Aren't you a virgin?
Just shut the fuck up, man.
How you can say somebody tasted if you're a virgin, man?
Dora did that thing where he removed his ribs.
Hey, Lewis,
yeah, he removed his ribs to suck himself off.
You've been on the all stream. I'm asked. I want an input. How does it taste? You've been on the stream. Give me input. How does it taste?
I don't know, you virgin.
Why are you lying? Just the people want to know.
Am I lying that you're virgin?
No, you're not lying about that. But
okay, let's move on then.
You sucking my dick doesn't change that. So how does it taste?
Hey yo.
Fucking weirdo.
Relax, fuck you.
Shut the fuck up.
You think you're funny, but you're not. You're just a square-headed twat. You're literally.
And you are literally disease. You're fucking disease.
He got me there. He got me there. Wow. He fucking got me. Oh, he got me. He got me.
No, nobody got you. You're still a virgin. That's the problem.
Just shut the fuck up.
Nobody got you.
L-
You
L-
got
Lewis,
yourself.
Lewis, this time with no football,
You
we're gonna
literally
have
keep
fun.
getting yourself always.
Nah,
perfect
Prime,
time to
I
interrupt.
still want you to explain what Declare was saying though. You came on.
I want
you said you
Declare
knew.
to explain what he means.
Okay, this is. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll say it again. Here we go again.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Go on.
Look, I'll probably give you a heads up. I've been like this since a lot of managers get sacked. I think I hated the culture. I was pretty shocked that we're just the same. But now I just want to go forward the right way. That's it.
So
That's
just
why
wait.
I'm concerned. Bro, I just want a manager to stay in and get support, get his players, and I want to see him play. And
I'm not sure why you don't think that. They literally gave this guy a 5-year contract.
Yeah.
He's the one they chose for the long
No, but
term.
May,
That's
you
it.
said you
That's
didn't
it.
understand what I said, and you're making out like you do understand now.
Well,
right?
from now,
That's
from
No,
now,
you made that way simpler now, though.
yeah, from now you just stated very simple, short, concise, and I can work with that. Everything else you said before, I don't know what to do with.
Okay, and
So-
I'll keep making them short.
Yes, please.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Because I was getting interrupted a lot.
It makes it
So
easier if
just
you
make
make
it
it
short.
short. Keep your point
Yeah,
short.
yeah,
No
that's
one
why
wants to sit here and listen.
Keep it Lewis. Keep it Lewis.
That's why I speak quickly so I can get my point across.
Yeah, you got to speak
Oh,
quickly.
why you
All
here,
right.
man? Fucking hell.
What did you guys take of Tarek Lamptey for Brighton?
Fuck
No.
off, man.
Next question.
Next, just fuck
Bro,
off.
Fatso, put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is.
No.
Yeah,
Wait.
Fatso, put your money where your mouth is.
Poku.
If you want to get
Wait,
him
hold on,
kicked
hold
out,
on.
you know what
Poku.
needs to be done.
Wait, Poku, isn't there an under-8s game you should be watching right now?
Yeah.
Nah, they cancelled it for the
Football's
Queen.
cancelled. Football's cancelled. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, for all age groups. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Poku, you know any Brighton youths we should get?
No.
No, I'll be honest. We shouldn't be signing
Caldwell,
players from
Lamptey,
Brighton.
Gilmore.
We shouldn't be signing any players from Brighton.
Why not?
Like, we're at a different level now. Like he has access to way more money.
There are
You shouldn't
good
be
players
shopping at
on
the
those teams.
You shouldn't be shopping at the little kids' pool. That's
You
what
know
I'm
we
saying.
wanted Lavia
No,
from
but like
Southampton, right?
we're getting the head of the
bro, the
recruiter.
Lavia thing was a panic. I don't even know
No,
what that
it was
was.
not.
That was just
We literally just bought a player from them, and we don't need to shop in little kids' pool. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
fuck?
But look,
no.
Actually, speaking of which, Poku Doku,
Fucking
are
the
you
dumbest
looking?
person I've ever met, man. And people first
Poku
time
Doku, are you
buying
happy
it.
about
I'm
what?
saying no more. We've taken one. We don't need to take
Wait,
the
hold
whole
on.
squad. That's my point.
That
Poku
wasn't
Doku,
your
are you
point
happy
previously.
That's my
you
point.
Fuck.
Poku Doku, are you happy we have Potter?
yeah, of course, man. Like he's a manager of
Yeah.
he likes to give
He likes
people
young
a chance,
players,
innit?
yeah.
Yeah,
Of course you're better. Yeah. Potter means Harry Potter means kids.
almost as
Of course
much as
you're
him.
happy.
Like I think we should be scouting people from Brighton.
No.
Yeah, he just saying anything.
No.
All
Lukaku's
those
not coming back next
yeah,
season.
no,
so
Poku, all those 10-year-olds from
Lukaku
Brighton.
Remontada, let's go. Kepa Remontada, let's go.
Hey, do
Right.
you guys think that
Lukaku has a 2-season agreement with Inter Milan, not one. They can do legally one, but he can do it.
Would you guys take Casado?
Yes.
Who?
Casado.
It's the black the
DM at Brighton.
Yeah, he's from
The
Ecuador.
young one. Yeah, he's Ecuadorian.
I actually have heard that what's his name? He requested him come to Chelsea in January.
Let's
Didn't
go.
they like sign him like
Let's
Wait,
go.
do you guys think after the
Alex,
money
you
we
like him
spent
as a
that we're
DM,
gonna
man.
that
Over
Potter's
Jordan.
gonna have a
Would I?
massive treasure
Yes.
chest
Is
as
it good?
well
You
to
would.
spend?
Okay.
What'd you say, Declare?
Do you think that after the money we spent, that Potter's gonna get a good
No,
package to
probably
spend?
not.
Yes, he
I
is.
think he will.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
probably
is.
not.
In
He's
gonna
January,
get
we're
some in
supposed to go for
January.
2
He'll
mil.
get
I mean,
even
he's gonna
more
get some
summer.
money, but definitely, I mean, if you're talking about like by the time the summer window comes by, he's gonna get another
See him
200
try to-
million.
Yeah. Do
Probably
you think
not.
like do
No.
you think like we'll spend 200?
No, probably
I
not.
don't think
Depends on
that
how much
much
he
because we
needs.
don't need to. But
Depends on how much he needs,
FFP
right.
does exist. you
No,
know.
well, I mean, I'm
FFP
probably
does
coming at
exist.
more the idea if what happens if we lose players and there's different idea of players.
I don't
that,
think there's any players that we can really sell for a lot of money. That unless you're talking about the players we just brought in.
I'm thinking the people on contract like Jorginho and Kante maybe, and
We'll
some
get
other
no
people
money
that
for
might not
those.
be happy by the end of the season.
I just
I'm
don't think.
sure someone might not be happy. Potter's
No,
gonna
but
do some
Declare,
changes. Someone's gonna lose out.
You see, Declare is actually asking the right question.
Hold on. Declared not in January, but next summer probably.
No, I meant next summer. Yeah,
I don't even think
look,
we need to
we
spend that
can
much
sign
again.
some. We can sign some players in January to help the squad, because we have a slightly deflated squad. It depends how much what's his name, Harry Potter is actually good at taking making like average players good. You know what I'm saying? So it depends how he does. If we need to, he has the money in disposal. Like I said, replacing the players, it's not same. It's a new signing. We had to replace the players in defense. That's what we did this summer. So when people said, "Oh, we spent so much money," we did, but we replaced it. We fixed the problems that occur later based on what situation was under the previous regime. So if we're gonna have the same situation in the summer, when we are midfielders losing two midfielders like Conte and what's his name, Jorginho, maybe Kovacic will leave and stuff like that, then we'll be forced to buy midfielders again. The problem would be, it's not the problem, probably solution will be, by that point, yes, Alvarez coming in January, that could be one signing less in the summertime. Another thing, if that other guy is true, who could come in January, that's another midfielder. That's already a replacement for two. Doesn't mean that we can sell Conte and Jorginho in the winter. You see what I'm saying? If we sign an Alvarez and we sign in that other guy from Brighton, that means that we can actually sell those if anybody wants them at that time. If not, Chelsea probably could release him in January, because there's no point. It's 6 months, and if we have it and they in the way, they will just let them go. What will show this summer. And another thing, people saying like Chelsea should be watched for FFP. Yes, they would in 2 years. Until then, we're still free of that. Chelsea could spend 300 this, and they can spend almost 300 next summer, and they will still not be a problem. Another thing, Todd Boehly will increase the money-wise as a sponsor in the next season, so we can watch the money in the third season.
Yeah, we'll have more revenues to make up.
Revenues from that.
Alex,
it will be a problem later if we not increase the stadium, and we will become the same problem the previous regime under. We did not increase this thing.
Alex, I think there's also going to be more elements with World Cup players and maybe some exciting players there that people want to go for.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure Potter's got some ideas on some players, and I still see maybe Pulisic and Ziyech, and I think some other players might lose out in the transition, and they might run out if they're not getting game time.
Exactly.
I think it could be a bigger swing, and that's why I was asking: are they willing to spend a lot of money again, or they're just going to say this time slow it down?
That's
what I was getting at when I asked.
This is what I understood. This is what I understood. Holden. Yeah, we're not done spending.
Yeah, we were never done.
We are never done spending. Like I said, people don't understand. When you are a new owner,
exciting.
It's not only the Tuchel. He wants the new people to run the club. It's also people needs to know that they want to be players, players that they brought. So you see what I'm saying? So if he wins something, this is mine. Remember when when we won the Championship League, everybody was like, "Oh, Lampard should take credit for the Championship League trophy too." In kind of way, he does, because he kept all those players, and he did actually amazing job in the Championship League qualification. You see what I'm saying? But it's still it's an ego situation with the billionaires. If they want something, they want to declare it. I did that. It's always been like that. That's why, look, what's his name? Somebody actually brought up the really good point. You know those guys that owns Newcastle, Manchester City, PSG, the guys that oil, it's not like they need the money, but they're using the club as a thing to stick to their cousins. You see what I'm saying? Like when they buy a boat, I literally watched it. Somebody said like, I bought, one of them said, I bought a boat bigger than him just because I want to stick it to him. That's when you
got too much money.
Exactly. Well, and Todd Boehly is that kind of guy. When he surrendered himself by Kroenkes, by Glazers, he has to you know what I'm saying, representing as England, as American things. I think it's something in it.
Flexing.
I hope Russian kid comes in January too, because we're looking for him.
think he'll do well.
There's gonna be a lot of players, man.
As well.
If he comes into Alvarez, I mean, this is an
The
assumption
the only problem
that
with that
Zachariah
is
doesn't work out as well. What happens if he turns just
1
turns
year
it on?
loan.
Yeah, but we'll buy him if he does a really good job. Yeah. So that's
Yeah, for 8 mil.
Yeah, I'm not sure what your point is, Declared. What are you worried about there?
yeah, like
What?
No, Declares finally get the hold of the
No,
situation.
but he's talking the Zakaria one. He said, "Well, what about him? What if he doesn't work out?" Well, yeah, he goes back.
No,
And if
I
he works
said
out-
He said if he's work out.
if he does
can
work
buy
out.
him.
I said.
If he does, then we'll have. Okay.
Yeah, if he
Yeah,
does
yeah.
work out, he only cost us 80 mil.
Only
8
30.
mil.
30.
Yeah,
Oh,
No, like,
well,
like
to buy
the way
him, he
Alex,
only costs 30.
no, the way Alex was saying was like we need a midfielder, and we haven't even seen if Zachariah works out or not. That's like
Or
another
Chukwuemeka.
transfer.
Or Chukwuemeka.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, like what's,
yeah.
You know what's surprised that Billy Gilmore went without
Exactly.
anything.
Yeah.
for only 9 million. That's what's massive.
I think
No,
we,
I'm maybe there's something that even what's his name did not want him.
Tuchel.
no, I just think we're just trying to
Boehly.
improve our
Mhm.
relationship with Brighton because we knew. I
Yeah.
think he knew he was gonna go
Yeah.
back in for Potter and all of them.
What do you think there's a
Oh,
pathway
everybody knew he was going
since
for
Potter
Potter.
actually wanted him?
Yeah, I did though.
Yeah, but I think we could.
I
get
did.
him.
If well, no, I'm lying. I wanted Spanish national team.
Valverde. Oh, Enrique.
Enrique, but I knew he ain't gonna happen. He ain't live in Spanish national team until after the World Cup.
Do you think Terry knew with that
Who?
post he put? Terry. Did you see where he
John
posted
Terry,
about? Yeah. Did you
Isn't
see
he
where
a
posted about Potter?
partial owner?
Oh, like
Yeah, it's
a couple weeks before.
Yeah,
What did he
I
say?
retweeted that one.
Yeah, someone should
He-
send it
he-
to Alex. I don't know where.
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember
I
he
can
He was
send
like
it to you, but
grandpa that takes
basically-
every box or something like that.
Yeah,
but
he was
Yeah.
praising Potter. He's like, this
And
is
that
the
was-
kind of guy I'd like.
I saw a
basically.
tweet.
And
I
it was
wonder
10
if-
days before the appointment. Or
I
actually
saw a
before
tweet.
Tuchel.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
I
that.
saw
Now.
a tweet when Gilmore got sold. Someone said Gilmore will play for Chelsea under Potter.
Lies. You never saw a tweet anyway. You never.
Do you want me to send it to you, Fal?
Go on.
Hold on. Give me a minute.
Hey, there could be a.
He's gonna
there
get
could
in
be a
his burner.
chance back because
Oh my God.
I mean, before that transfer, Potter would have had to talk to Gilmore and say how he's going to use him and probably interested
Hey,
him in that.
it's not like we never bought the Chelsea players before back. So
I know.
Yeah.
if we get relegated, which is big, probably. If Brighton, the price on any player goes significantly down.
Would any of you
So
guys?
Billy Gilmore could be bought back if
Would
he
it-
will accept it. But
Would any of
No,
you guys
hold on,
give
hold on, no. Where is it? You lying then?
the tweet?
You're gonna send something. Yeah, go on.
Okay, let me find one.
Ah.
What's going on over there?
I don't know. There's some kind of like personal relationship going on over there.
What are you on
Fair enough. Fair
Let's
enough.
just end it. Let's just.
Lewis, go on Chelsea youth.
You don't decide that. Fuck.
What?
What? See, you don't know the Twitter ad, man. You're lying. Then.
Chelsea youth.
You're lying then.
Well, I thought
Look.
it's just Chelsea news.
That's a big.
Chelsea youth. Yeah.
You're
What
lying
about
then.
You mean Chelsea
Yes.
youth has got a particular bias with all Cobham people? And
No.
everything? What am I
Ah,
looking
no,
for?
He,
What am I looking
tweeted,
for? in there?
he tweeted after Gilmore got sold that
Is there
Gilmore will
is
come back
there
to
like
Chelsea.
a secret
No,
group
so
chat
hang on.
between?
So Papadoku,
Those people.
wait a minute. He done what everyone else
Sharing
did
group.
and just tweeted an opinion. He just tweeted an opinion.
No, because he put
Yes.
no.
You just tweeted an opinion.
Yeah.
Show us, put it on the tweet. I'll tell you why.
No,
Do not
you
put
just
it
put
on the
an
Twitter.
image of yours up. There's
Huh?
no difference. What There's tweet no am I difference. looking at?
He tweeted like after Gilmore got sold that Gilmore will come back.
How long ago was that?
I think like a day after Gilmore got sold.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you want me to
So
scroll
Lewis-
through like a week's worth
Lewis,
of
it's
tweets?
not. It's just someone giving an opinion.
It's
That's
not
what
an
everyone
opinion.
else on Twitter is.
What
is it about
There's so,
Gilmore?
there's so many on the Twitter. Of course, one's going to pin it like that, and that hasn't even happened
Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
So,
What is it? What did he say?
He said Gilmore will play for Chelsea again under Potter. Eyeball emojis.
So what?
Who's
you think
wait?
Gilmore
Who's he
coming
talking about?
back?
Who's he talking about?
So he's making a
Who's
guess.
that? Who said it that?
It wasn't a guess.
You're making a guess.
No, it wasn't
You're
a guess.
making a guess.
Wait, what?
Who was
Has
the
it
guess?
happened?
Who
Huh?
tweeted?
Has it happened?
Well, it's
Has it
part of the
happened?
manager. It's part of the
I
manager.
think it was Chelsea.
Is Gilmore
There's
with us? Is
something
Gilmore
like
with
that.
But
us?
it's part of the manager.
Is Gilmore with us?
It's part
So
of
it's
the
half
manager.
right.
Is Gilmore with us? That's the question.
Yes, Potter is the manager.
Yes, and Gilmore will be here soon.
Jeez,
Oh,
just
You're so
drop.
full of
It's
shit,
like, is the
man.
Potter
You
is the
truly
manager?
are. You're
Yes,
full
he
of
is.
shit, man.
But
It's
transfer
our
window
fault.
is
We
closed.
keep
Full of
entertaining
shit,
that.
man.
Bro,
You're weird.
there's probably a lot of people that said Potter
Didn't
in.
even
when,
put
you know,
eye
they make
emojis.
Hey, probably.
Yeah,
There's a
he's
lot of people
lying.
that said they put Potter in for sure. You can find
Hey,
that. You're
lying
not
is
gonna call them all
good,
Notre
man. You're
Dames.
lying. You're lying.
Wait, so Poku, there wasn't even an eye emoji in there? You just made that one up? Let's just move
I
on.
don't even know what I'm
Yeah, let's
Maybe
move
one.
on. Yeah, let's move on.
That's a waste of time, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
This is literally it.
And the guy under is literally yawning emoji.
See, I told you.
I told you what?
Well,
He's gonna
there's-
change his name to Chelsea Notre
I
Dame.
told
So
you
what?
what?
Can we go to
Well,
him
there's-
for all the transfer news now?
There is additional context where it says
Breaking
and it will be
news.
under
You
Graham
heard
Potter.
it here first. Billy Gilmore will play for Chelsea again.
See?
See what?
See
I mean-
what?
It's an opinion.
It's not an opinion.
It
Well,
is.
let me say.
Yes, yeah.
Wait,
How's
hold
it
up.
an opinion?
Wait. When did
Hold
Tuchel
up.
get
It's
sacked?
not based
If
on any
that was a
facts.
first,
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
before. That was before Tuchel got sacked.
yeah, I know, but it seems like it was around the same time.
Yeah, you
No,
could
it
have a
wasn't.
point here though.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like that.
It was
That
before
tweet is
Tuchel got
before
sacked.
the sack, and he mentioned
Exactly.
it'll be under Graham Potter. So he
Exactly.
must. He's got half of it right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Potter's
Thank you,
here.
man.
Okay, I'll give him
Thank
that.
you for
we'll
what?
give
It's
you
still
credit.
an
I was
opinion.
right. I was
Ah,
right.
get
Wait,
your
so
flower.
if
Get your
J-
flower.
If JT did it, then this guy should get
He
the.
could have been onto something.
Half
was
of it is
right.
right. The other half is still an opinion. So we'll have to wait and see in it.
The little talks at the youth. youth
Gilmore.
gamers.
I mean, Andrew. If Gilmore comes back, long day for you.
Why is it long
No,
day
it's
for
not.
Why is it long
Nothing's
day
gonna
for you?
happen.
Because I was
You'll
right.
probably
You
go
were wrong.
into it. You'll probably go.
No, you
into
know why
a
it's gonna be long
joygasm
daylight
over.
savings, Andrew. That's why.
Hey, Lewis,
On
can you
that
bring up? Lewis, can you bring up my last tweet, please?
Your last.
Yes.
Yeah, one.
Gilmore will not play for Potter at Chelsea. AKA
Is it just you sticking out the finger? Because that's what I'm
Let me
guessing.
see what Andrew's just tweeted. Oh,
Just cover up the date, yeah.
No,
okay.
he's gonna
Oh.
say Pokudoku is idiot.
See,
Pokudoku will get arrested on September 16th.
I don't talk
for
about receipts
spending
in
too
this.
much
So
time.
I only speak facts.
Youth game stuff
No, you
like
don't.
That
No,
was
you
a fact.
don't.
What I
You're
said
a
was a
bot.
fact. What I said was
You're
a
a
fact.
bot. You're a
No,
bot.
it's
You're
not.
not a real person.
It's not a fact.
Yes, it was.
You're
It was a
a
How
fact.
is it a fact?
You're
How's
a
it a fact?
bot. You're not a real person.
What's about that tweet? What's factual about it?
Okay, well, it's part of the manager.
He
Exactly.
said no. The tweet is Gilmore will play for Potter at Chelsea. What's factual about it?
Yes. This was before
Well, you
Tuchel got
saying you
sacked.
edited
No.
the tweet?
Stop saying. Listen. Stop deflecting.
No,
I
but
know you
I'm
haven't got a lot
giving
of
you the
brain
context.
cells.
I'm giving you the
What?
context.
No. The context is there. The context is there. He says Gilmore will play for Potter at Chelsea. What's the fact about it?
No, he actually said Gilmore played for Chelsea again under Graham Potter.
Okay,
Hold
what's
on,
the fact about? What's the fact? What's the fact part about that whole statement?
First of all, Potter's our new manager. That's the first fact.
Oh my god! It's like talking to a fucking child. Jesus Christ! What is the? Fact
It is a
about
child.
I'm not a child. I'm not a child.
that? You are, man. You're
I'm
You
not.
are. Well,
Packer
okay,
Duck
if
will
you're
help
not,
you.
yeah. What is the definition of context then?
Anyways, what I'll say, yeah.
You know what I mean? Can't answer it.
He just gave you context. Anyways.
Jesus Christ.
Like I said, you guys thought I was wrong. I was right.
Like I said.
It's not about that. I was giving you some credit because the guy probably knew about Potter and he added the next thing after it. If that was the talk around this, if he's close with the club.
I just
Okay,
sent.
your
I just
contributions
sent.
to this
I just sent
panel.
you direct message of Andrew catching up with Pokudoku on the streets. Put it up for me, please. This is
one sec. Fabrizio's tweeted saying Todd Boehly wants a new director of football to be appointed before the January transfer window to work together with Graham Potter on Chelsea strategies. Work in progress and talks ongoing to find the best solution soon. So, yeah, there was no director of football that was involved with Potter or anything
heard,
like that.
Lewis, Chelsea will reportedly try again to sign Vardio from Leipzig in January.
Well, that makes more sense because, like, why were we going to try and put 90 mil for him in the summer? So I'd rather we do
let's put it 90 million in January, right?
January? No. Rather do it.
Now, why wouldn't they in January 90 mil with a loan?
I sent you direct message of Andrew found Pokudoku on the street.
One sec. Well,
this will insult us both, Pokudoku. It won't just be.
I feel like it's a kid getting beat up.
What the fuck?
No,
Don't do it.
Pokudoku is not a real person, man. He's a bot.
I want to see it.
Come on, it's funny, man.
Nah, it can't be. I expect more from a bot.
Hey, respect the Queen, Lewis. Nothing's popping up.
You know, it's long. It takes a long time to load because it's good.
It's coming with all viruses now, Lewis.
It's just some woman. It's just some woman getting dragged around.
Yeah,
it's just some woman getting.
Come on. Why you didn't put it, man? It's brilliant.
You got your Nord.
Their whole thing's just lag. Yeah, it's just some woman getting dragged around.
Good Lord.
It was the best one.
Fuck's sake. But yeah, new director of football in January. Well, before January, hopefully.
I heard about that too.
I heard about that too. Where?
Yeah, I don't
right,
know.
we're going to end the stream here. It's been 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's been unbelievable, brother.
Before we go.
No, let's go, man. Let's go. No, we don't have time to your shit. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Let me say this, man.
Christ.
I've had enough of your shit now. Seriously.
Oh my god.
As I was saying, when Gilmore signed,
shut the fuck up, man. I've had enough of your nonsense. Shut the fuck up. This is
I just
funny.
DM you, Moyo. I sent you.
I would have said
Shut up, man.
Verdi shit, shut up. Verdi
Andrew, I sent you one.
Hold that, Verdi
I'm
shit.
trying to eat a king, man. Shut up, man.
Shut up, man. Verdi
Fucking
shit.
hell.
Where's your boy?
Hey,
Where's your
shut up,
boy?
man. Hey,
Where's your
shut up,
boy?
man. Hey,
Where's
shut
your
up, man.
boy?
I'm trying to
Where's
eat
your
a
boy?
king's speech, man. Shut up, man.
Where's your boy? Where's your boy?
I'm trying to eat a king's
Where's your
speech.
boy?
Shut up, man.
You
Fuck's
shut.
sake.
Where's your boy?
Shut up, man. Show your
Where's
face.
your boy?
Show your face.
You show your face.
You show your face. Here we go. Dickhead.
We have no football for a week, people. Fuck.
I disappear, come back, and you guys are still live. Wow.
Oh my
Why would you
god.
disappear,
What the
bro?
fuck, bro?
Hey, Lewis, at least you'll have content to make, bro.
Yeah.
We have a championship league games.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Oh,
Put
right.
up,
Yeah. We're
put
gonna
up
go-
H and Matthew's comment. Lewis, bring up H and Matthew's comment. Bathra.
H. Naku. Fataraf. Oh my god.
Alright.
Yeah, we're out, people. Big up, everyone. And yeah, up the Chelsea.